Ain't no telling what'll happen from here. 2018 has been that kind of year. Old relationships gone, podcast started new, 5 months went by, and our following grew, and we still going strong. We owe that one to you. Now it's winter and cold, and what can you do? Halloween came and went, Thanksgiving is near, only one more month until the end of the year. My birthday comes next, then Christmas is last. If it's one thing for sure, this year went by fast, but it ain't over yet. There's still paper to get. There's still subscribers that the podcast ain't met, so let's continue along as the year starts to close. I hope you'll come back every week to see the new episodes. Oh yeah, one more thing, if I can ask you the fans, bow your head and pray with me for poor Dave's hands. If you don't get it, keep watching and you'll soon understand. Alright, well we can go into that when we get to it, but you guys ready to go?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Alright, well, YouTube, welcome back. This is episode 20. That's right,
Episode 20, that's dope.
Yo! The Kiona and Kasson podcast. I'm your host, Adam, here with my brother Osama, who's also a co-host on that side, and then my boy Dave on the left of me, who's another co-host.
Here I am.
So, first of all, this week I want to start by just apologizing to the viewership because I had issues uploading last week's show.
Yeah.
And, yeah, I don't know. It took me an extra day. Wi-Fi was terrible, so I'm just gonna blame it on that. But an effort will be made to prevent that in the future.
Better late than never, but we'll do some. We'll take some steps to make it.
It doesn't happen very often. I find solace in that. You know.
No, that's true. That's like it's not like you do it all, like you. It was just kind of one. What is this? Probably the second time that's happened. I think we had something where the other time it was
so far.
The day. It was that day, but later. This time was the next day. It's not that big a deal.
It is what it is. Anyways, just wanted to say that. And then shout out to all the new people we've gained over the last week.
Yeah.
Appreciate you. And
thank you for watching.
If you are a returning viewer, welcome back. Thank you.
Thanks for staying.
So yeah, there's a lot of things we've got to talk about. Full agenda list today, but before we go into that, we can see what the highlight of you guys' weeks have been. Or lowlights. Go into that. Sam?
Nothing, man. Just another week that proved that there is a such thing as a long, short week. It was what we were off. I forgot we were off Monday. Today I was like, yo.
I wasn't off Monday.
Oh, that's fucked up for you.
I worked on Monday.
Well, I asked my coworker today. I was like, yo, weren't we off on Monday? He's like, yeah. I was like, why the fuck does it feel like I've worked 6 days straight? Like.
On the plus side, it's a weekend. We're going into the weekend. And then it's Thanksgiving next week, so we only work 3 days.
I'm so excited about fucking Thanksgiving.
Yeah, for real.
I just really appreciate the day off. The days off.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
Do you guys get Black Friday off?
I could have taken it off. I didn't take it off.
We didn't have to take it off. They paid us for that.
Wait, what? Why?
But why?
Because
yeah,
America's a business, so technically it's a holiday, you know?
So like that is how they reason with that on a corporate level?
That's how I reasoned it. I figured I don't really care because I got the day off and it's paid.
I mean, yeah, because fuck it, and you can just shop because now you have more money.
But the funny thing is,
or like I said, whatever.
The funny thing is they don't give us New Year's Eve off. We get New Year's Day
And then Black Friday.
and Black Friday.
Well,
It's a really weird day. No, every year. It's just weird.
I feel like that should be a luxury.
I mean, so my job will allow us to take it. There's a day that
time off goes. Yeah.
My job allows us to pick from that day, Christmas Eve, the day after Christmas, and like New Year's Day. Right, you can pick one of those days to take a day off. I think I'm doing the day after Christmas.
Gotcha.
It's gonna be slow.
Would
so
you get Christmas Eve off?
No, I don't think so.
Damn, I get Christmas Eve off.
That's crazy.
There's some days, I guess, that...
Yeah, I mean, it evens out. Like, I get some days you don't, do the same, and vice versa. So it is what it is.
Yeah.
But yeah, other than that, the week was the same. Can't even call
Same as usual, just long and short.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Snuck that on in.
Oh yeah, you know,
long
fresh.
short.
So
refresh it.
So thank you for coming around to that statement because my battle was won.
It's true.
And Dave, you seem that you might have had more busy week.
Oh yeah. Were you finished? Because I got all.
Yeah, dude.
Okay.
My week was. That's it.
Is
You
this long
want
and
to
short?
talk? You want to talk a little bit more about anything that happened? You're like, not really,
No, I don't.
Oh, okay.
I don't got much going on. Really.
Well, I got a story for you guys, though. Okay. Actually, I don't. So, yeah, I want to just say this before, preface everything I say with this.
So you're gonna tell us?
I wish I had a better story
You're gonna tell us
about what happened to my hands and why they're taped up, but I don't, because it's just a dumb story, and it's really unfortunate that it happened. So, I will say I was at a show. It was Sunday night. At a concert, it was Grape Tooth, who is a side project from a rock band called Twin Peaks. They're from Chicago. So it was Grape Tooth. It was their record, release show. They had a band called Dead and Sports Boyfriend.
Rock names are pretty colorful.
Yeah. I mean, they're just people our age, to be honest, or a little bit younger than us, and a lot of them use like Simpsons references. Like, there's a punk band called Nelson Muntz, which I feel is like the best name for a punk band.
It's actually pretty damn dope.
Yeah. Yeah.
I guess you get a little bit more creative.
Yeah. Oh, totally. Yeah.
Those
You can
names.
just say anything or be anything. Yeah. Yeah.
Hardwood floor panel.
I mean, a lot of them do have certain significances to them, and they're pretty it's.
I would like to hear these things. Some of them, like some of the names, you're just like, all right, either that's like they went to the random name generator,
Right.
like Childish Gambino
Or there's
did,
stuff
or they're or they've actually got something
like it
that
fits like the music and the vibe and the feel.
right.
Yeah.
Because Childish Gambino doesn't fit Childish Gambino.
Yeah, no. But he made that name for himself, though.
No, that wasn't. He made that. He put that in.
I totally get that, but I'm saying like he like owned up to that.
Oh,
name.
100%.
That's just
That's pretty. Yeah. He's like, whatever pops up, it's my rap name.
Right.
Could have been worse.
I give it to him. He stuck to it.
It definitely could have been worse, especially on that generator, because I was like,
Childish.
Like if you think about it, it's a real stupid name.
but no, of course.
Childish Gambino.
Yeah, but like, it doesn't make any sense.
It sounds good though.
It doesn't make any
that shit
fucking
means, but it
sense.
sounds good.
Gambino's like a little kid in Italian, so it's like childish little kid.
I'm a childish child.
Well, no fucking shit.
It's like, wait. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was at Grape Tooth. Grape Tooth Dead, Sports Boyfriend. But they all were amazing, and Grape Tooth, at the end of the show, they had everyone just like go on stage. Which and I just want to point this out also, everyone, or all the bands, they set up in the middle of the GA, like, floor.
Okay.
But not even like the main stage, it was just like in the middle of the floor, and they're just like rocking the fuck out. Like,
That's pretty dope.
It's amazing. All the bands killed it. But at the end, Grape Tooth, the main headlining band, they had all the fans come up on stage. So it was a big party,
Huh.
Yeah, it was really cool.
Sounds like it could be a little dangerous, like a prom photo over a bridge.
Yeah, no shit. Yeah, right. So, that ended. It was awesome. Candace and our friend Michelle, who actually bought tickets, shout out to Michelle, they met the lead from Grape Tooth and, hung out with him, talked to him for a little bit and stuff, so it was pretty cool for them.
Yeah.
But his name is Clay. But yeah, so getting to this, we go to the show's at Talia Hall, and there's a pizza place called Benny's Pizza across the street from Talia Hall. So we went there, got pizza. It was getting late. I had to work the next day, so we called an Uber. And like it ran past the time, so it's like they wait 4 minutes, and if you don't get there in 4 minutes, they'll drive off. And
4 minutes is a weird number. I feel like you couldn't just wait
Yeah,
5.
it's super random.
something, yeah,
You couldn't just wait 5. It's just 1 extra minute.
no shit. Or just
Makes a difference.
like call me.
That was always how I felt. Lane had a 4-minute passing period. I was like 4 minutes. You couldn't give us 5. Like what was so bad about giving us an extra 60?
Who measures time in 4-minute increments?
How do you know
It
this
doesn't
is
make
time?
sense.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Like I've walked from one end of the school to the other.
Right.
That's exactly 4 minutes.
What about that Avant song? That 4 minutes.
Yeah.
What the fuck? 4 minutes, like.
Yeah.
Maybe her Uber was about to leave. She had the 4 minutes before she.
Uber definitely.
This is what I was thinking in the middle of that.
Uber was not around that, so maybe the taxi drivers had like that same rule of thumb. I don't know.
Just my thoughts.
Hurry up! 4 fucking minutes, bitch.
It's just,
Time
yeah,
to
it's
put
just
it,
like
let's go.
known. Like, oh man, I got 4 minutes to get out there. Like, it's 4 minutes is up. I gotta drive away. Like, but so anyway, so right.
You were like, but anyway.
Ew. 12 tangents.
So yeah, we gotta get back on track.
We gotta learn how.
Yeah, I'm trying. Rope us back in. So I was late for the Uber, and you get 4 minutes. 4 minutes is up. So and I saw him. So I decided that I should run and try to get his attention and like flag him down to get him to stop, so he knows that that's me and just wait for me. I'm coming to you. I got 2 steps away. So yeah, like all of that was in my head, So like I have pizza in hand. Candace is behind me. She's cool. We're both gonna walk there, or like I'm gonna run there. She's gonna walk, and we'll wait. Whatever. So and like in my head, I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna flag him down. Oh, it's him. Hey, it's me. And then I'm gonna get we'll pull up.
Come on, guys.
It's all gonna be great. I get 2 steps. And it's this like uneven piece of sidewalk, and my left foot catches the uneven piece of sidewalk, so I fall like this onto my stomach, my face, my left knee,
Like this?
and both of my hands. So right, because like
You fell on your hands. That's
holding the pizza, holding the pizza.
So it smashed the pizza against
Hold on.
That's fucked up.
Hold on. So I fall like that, right?
Stop laughing so
I
hard.
fall like that, and I like did like that Home Alone thing where like the dude falls and just like lands there, just like ow,
Did you
So,
bounce?
Like, no,
Did you bounce?
no. Even better, Sam. Even better, dude. So uneven piece of sidewalk. I like trip over that. I do the whole oh shit, but like I'm. Sliding on cement though, and it's not icy. It didn't snow. It didn't rain. It was
And your hands are
dry.
They're still rough ass.
All the while.
And I'm just like this.
All the while, your hands are still in it.
Holding pizza, and it's like getting the brunt of everything on the sidewalk, as well as my left
So
foot.
like this.
Exactly.
I'm sorry.
Sliding.
It's not
Sliding.
funny, but God, it's fucking hilarious.
So I like stop sliding. I'm there on the ground. I'm just like,
Yo.
oh shit.
I just
Like that. Ah shit.
The only way.
So my wife Candace. All I hear from Candace is, "You okay, man?"
You're like, no, motherfucker.
So I was like, no, get the Uber. So she like runs to the Uber. I like get up somehow. I'm just like this behind her.
Oh man.
So like we're like inside the Uber, and I'm just like in the corner of like the car, just like I'm hurting like hard, man. Like
I'm sorry, it's not like you said. It's not funny. The only thing I just keep, the thing I keep envisioning is like a body falling, right? Like, but like
it was hard impact.
like poof,
And then
but like
the body
just not
sliding.
moving afterwards
The
for like a
body
second.
like sliding though. No, yeah.
Were you safe?
So right, so like I didn't like hit the ground and stop and then slide because like why would that happen? But it's like I just like slid, and then I stopped and I was like, like the fuck just happened?
Yeah, that's the worst.
Because in my head I'm like, no, I was supposed to be there and like in
Yo,
the car and like.
The funny thing is,
It may
like,
not be the worst tripping story I've ever heard in my life. Just to
Hold
let you
up.
know.
So we pull up.
I'm looking at you.
So meanwhile, like we ordered a pull, Uber pull, like
No.
so, dude, I'm not even joking.
There are people
I'm
in there.
not even joking.
You had people in Uber
I'm
pool.
not even joking. So we ordered a pull. So all of this happened, and I'm like running behind, and I'm just pissed off. I'm bleeding. Like
fucking have burned pizza hands.
I have like the hair and shit.
Where's-
Like, I look fucking horrible.
I got a question. Where is
So,
the pizza
I like-
after all of this?
I'm getting to all of that. Just don't
Still on my chest.
Don't even worry about that. Don't worry about that. So I get in, and the guy's like, "Who are you?" To me, because like I like gotten back, you know, and like I just sat down, closed the door, and I'm just like this. And the guy's like, "Hold on, who is this guy?" And Candace is like, "No, it's my husband. Like, you know, he fell, he got, you know, hurt really bad. We're just trying to get home." And the guy's like, "Oh, okay, you know." So we drove us home and shit. So I get home.
How many people were in the Uber pool?
There was 2 other people.
Oh, that's fucked up.
And I was sitting in
Were the
back.
guys
So
or
two next to me. It was 1 girl, 1 guy.
That's fucked
You
up.
had a damn audience.
Yeah. I mean, they like did the whole like move over thing, like just move, man. Hey, move over, move. Like, this guy's getting move over.
You should have barked at them.
I don't know. You know. Well, no. I'm not like mad at them because like I don't want somebody fucking bleeding on me. Like I don't know who this guy is.
I don't know, dude. At that point, I would have been angry at everybody. Like the door could have got the fucking brunt of my anger. I would have slammed the shit out of that.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
And I was very mad, but yeah. I was fucking furious. I gotta take a fucking.
Yo, this story got funnier and funnier.
But so
only because
wait a minute. And like the ride was like a good 26 half hour. You know. Like
wow,
26
that's
minutes,
fucked
30
up.
minutes. You know.
Damn.
That's a long ride.
Wait, so did you say what happened to the pizza already?
So yeah. Hold on.
Yeah, we'll talk about this.
So we pull up, we get home, and the guy's like, "All right, you guys are here. You like, you want any help? No, we're good. I won't. You know, get to the door." Candace is like, "Where's the pizza?" And I'm like, I'm still holding it. Like it's like in my hand. Like
did you not realize
like the box? Like, and it's fine. Cause like I thought the pizza's gonna be smashed.
You
like,
saved the pizza?
the pizza and the French fries that we saved were totally fine.
Yo,
Nothing happened.
That's incredible.
Which
It's incredible,
but at the same time, I'm
it's
just
a
like,
slap in the face.
I'm like so messed up.
Like I don't even know what this
pizza's
is.
that durable that it can
I've
withstand all of my weight going on top of it and not.
Like, what's
crumble
that say
at all.
about,
the
like,
crust
you-
was fine?
You're very
the crust
buoyant.
was fine. No sauce was splattered anywhere. French fries were intact.
But yo,
Like
imagine
that's
insult to
funny.
injury if the pizza's fucked up, because then now you're hurt and now you can't eat.
I think it's even more insult to injury if it's not hurt and you're the one that fell on
No,
it.
I'd rather no.
So we got home at like 11:30, right? So I had work at 7:30 the next day, and I'm fucking done. I'm torn up. Like I was in the bathroom, I'm like soaking my hands in like alcohol and like peroxide,
Shit.
like because like it was just bad, dude. I had blood everywhere, man. I threw out everything I was wearing almost. Like yeah. Okay. So I called work, and I said, you know, I took a bad spill. And I cannot come in. I'm in very bad shape. I have to go to the doctor and get checked out. I'll call you once I know what's going on. They're like, okay, you know, it's fine. Like, let us know what's going on. So this is like 6 in the morning. Cause like I wake up at 6 to go to work, or you know, start getting ready for work. I have work at 7:30. I said 7:30, right? Work at 7:30.
Yeah.
So yeah, called them, you know, with enough time. They knew what was going on. Went to the doctor, and when I got to the doctor, they were like, well, we have to clean this and sanitize it and all that. So and I'm getting it cleaned, and there's just like so much like skin that was taken off of both hands. And she's just like, "What happened? Like, were you in a fight?" Like, I was like, "No." Like,
Kind of.
like I fell.
The floor beat
No,
the shit
like,
out
and
of
like
me.
I told the story like 10 times at that point, you know. So like I was like, "No," like. I was running after an Uber, I tripped, I fell, and I slid. And she's like, "Are you serious? Like, this is what happened? Like, because this looks really bad." I was like, "Yeah, I assure you that's what happened." So she like checked it out, and she's like, "Oh, like, you need like a tetanus shot and all that. Like, you're, like, this is infected, like, all of it is." So, yeah, like, it could have been really serious. So I had like 2 days off, like, I had Monday, Tuesday off, you know.
Shit.
Wednesday's my actual day off, so I had that day off to recover as well. I went back to work on Thursday, yesterday, and you know today's my second day of work this week. But yeah,
You know, it's funny you take a spill like that as a
I
little
had
kid,
like this
and you don't
great
even.
day on Sunday. Like Candace and I, we were hanging out all day. Went to this great show, and right after the show, had my favorite slice of pizza, and then I just like ruined my week after that, like almost immediately. So
Dude,
Good weekend capped off in a not such a
Yeah.
good way.
yeah, but I'm here.
you reminded me to have a PSA. People need.
And like I wasn't
You-
even
you-
messed
you
up.
can't-
Like I wasn't drunk. Like
You just kind of just.
I had 2 beers that night. Which, yeah.
Yo.
Shit happens, man. You know,
It was
sometimes.
the dumbest thing. I
Sometimes
felt
the
so
sidewalk
bad.
trips you.
The funniest part and the worst part is literally that you fell with your hands underneath you. That's a funny
This is
thought,
like
man.
where the
I
sidewalk
just cupped the
ends
pizza.
in real life.
Like I just like cupped it. Like
So if you had let go of the pizza,
so
you
the whole
probably would have
thing
been
was
able
in
to
my mind. I was like, I cannot let this pizza fall or get out of my reach. Because like I should have been like, oh, I want to throw the pizza away and just like land on my hands.
Right,
No.
because you could have been like,
No, I didn't do that.
you protected the pizza.
I just protected the pizza.
I also feel like if you didn't protect
Damn.
the pizza, you probably would have been like mad at yourself. Like, no, the pizza.
No, I think
I
you
could
did alright
have
with
got
this.
sliced some
You'd
or
have been
something
alright.
else, you know. But no.
You'd have been cool.
I would have been upset.
Honestly, you probably could have
It's
just
just like
missed
my
it.
favorite slice of pizza. You know?
Well,
So just like I want this.
My
one.
favorite slice of pizza is my top favorite food ever. You know what I mean?
To be real, you probably could have just missed the Uber and ordered another one.
Which everyone was saying. Which everyone was like, yo, why didn't you just like I don't know, just miss it? Just like pay the fee. I'm like, I'm not trying to pay a fee.
What about that fee?
Yeah, you know,
There's other
this
fees.
is more expensive. I mean, it's
Oh man.
copay versus
Time off work.
$10 and time. Okay, so let's not even talk about all that. All
Yeah,
right.
but regardless.
But you are right.
Yeah,
though.
no,
You're definitely right.
for sure.
So that was my week. I saw a really good show. Like I mentioned, all those bands are amazing. You should check all them out. Grape Tooth, Dead, Sports Boyfriend, awesome.
For sure.
All three bands. Yeah.
When you fall, people, you just wanna try to.
Yeah. When your friend falls,
You wanna
bring
try
him-
to.
bring him back up.
Protect your face, not the pizza.
You don't wanna
But luckily, his
hug
face is fine.
yourself.
Yeah.
That's the worst thing you want to do is hug yourself.
Yeah, you
Or
should
what's
always,
in your hands.
Yeah, you should always try it. You
But
know,
also, don't fall like this.
That's equally as bad.
it's like
Or at least you
it's
the
like
best.
that generic police sketch.
Yeah, right.
You probably
Like the little
did. You hit your head? Did
Uh,
you hit your head?
no.
See,
I like you know.
You probably didn't hit it because you fell.
So you
hugging
did
something.
protect some important things. Your heart and your head were good. You know.
You know, I mean, your hands that sucks, but at least you didn't hit your head.
Right.
You know, because it'd been bad.
So I fell down like this and then kind of cupped as I pizza in.
Well,
Well,
shout out
man.
to your decision making on that one.
Word.
But also, before we get too far into this,
True, because we talked about that a lot. But yeah.
Yeah.
No, I just don't want to go too far into the show.
Yeah.
Before mentioning opposite, shout out to Glenn
And obviously shout out to Glenn.
because we can't go that far into the
Yeah.
show.
I'll say opposite shot.
It might have been his fault actually.
Might have been.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So opposite, shout out to you, Fred.
You're like
Big guy.
Glad you're not too hurt. I mean, it sucks.
no, yeah.
You know,
That
relatively.
was pretty bad for a couple. I'm not gonna lie on that.
The way you describe it, it
That
sounds like you
morning-
were just destroyed.
That morning after, I was bad.
Yeah,
dude.
it's the worst of it, probably.
It was pretty bad. Yeah. Thank you to Candace though. She really helped me out a lot. Yeah. Thank you, babe.
The opposite, shout out to that sidewalk too.
Obviously, shout out to the sidewalk and the city of Chicago for not doing their fucking job. Anyway,
I mean, I trip, like sometimes just on an uneven sidewalk walking.
Remember this?
like how's that shit just happen though? Like it's just like a triangle,
Cause it's like you're
it's
just,
like a diamond head just sticking out.
it's literally you're just like, and you just catch it with just like a little bit of your shoe. You're
It's
just
like something's trying to break through the turf.
like, hey man.
Like
So,
Space Jam world.
how was your week?
How was your week, my
you
guy?
know, relatively painless.
Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, that's funny. Chuckles. Chuckles.
Not too much, man. There wasn't a whole lot of work. Shout out to our parents and happy anniversary to them. Their anniversary is Saturday, November 17th.
34 years.
34. And they're on vacation right now.
It's a beautiful thing.
By the time this podcast is released, they'll be back. But
yes.
yeah, they're going there and having a good little tropical vacation, good getaway.
That's good.
What's up?
Which after all those years, they deserve it, you know.
Indeed.
But as for my personal week, man, not a whole lot at all. It snowed. I was very unhappy about it.
Yo, it didn't snow as much as it did out east, though. I think New York got a good amount of snow.
Yeah, well, you know, that's fine. But I only care
Could be worse.
what I was in because it was still snow. New York did fuck themselves up.
New York did.
They forgot how to drive in that shit, apparently.
Oh yeah, there was a lot of fucking bad accidents and shit.
Dude.
Yeah,
Crazy.
I saw the Michael Rappaport video this morning, actually.
Yeah, that's funny.
It was like 15 cars just piled up.
It's like, what the fuck is going
But
on?
his narration
Well,
of that video.
yeah, that was like...
What the fuck are you doing?
Pretty
Get
much.
back in your fucking car.
Pretty much that.
They told you to stay home.
Some guy got out and just like looking at his car and did like this. Like...
Oh, this is what it is.
That's my car. Pretty much that. But yeah, so that was pretty much it. Not a whole lot.
No.
So let's get into some shit.
Yeah, let's do it.
Show.
Let's
Got a
talk.
lot to talk about here today, gentlemen.
Let's talk. Coffee talk.
So we're gonna start with the sad stuff real fast and get it out of the way because I'm not trying to just like have a sad podcast the whole time. Rest in peace to Stan Lee,
Yes,
creator
indeed.
of Marvel Comics, or one of the co-creators of Marvel Comics, right?
I believe so, yeah. He was a fucking legend.
Yeah, he was like 93, 94 years old.
95, I believe.
95.
Yeah, he was the bigger piece to Marvel.
Yeah, 100%. But, like, he lived like a... I mean...
He lived an amazing...
He was, till he kicked the bucket, he was, like, out there doing his shit,
He was
right?
very relevant.
He definitely served his purpose.
Like,
He
not
left his
only
mark, man.
not
Left
only
his mark
within his
100.
work either, like, he was always out, like, you know, his voice was always out there, though.
Yes.
He always wanted to talk about what was, you know, what he believed in.
He still popped up in all the movies and cameos.
That too,
you know.
which is really cool. Spider-Man, all those little Easter eggs.
Yeah.
You just like see him in the background or something.
Okay.
But, which is cool because now we can, you know, look back on the movies and see.
He lives on forever in many different ways.
Mhm.
So that's pretty dope.
Yeah, absolutely. And then Kim Porter, Diddy's ex-girlfriend.
Yes.
She passed away at 47.
Did they say how she passed?
No, they were suspecting foul play last time I heard.
Really?
And they
Oh,
were
I
trying
heard
to
it was
do
a heart
some
attack.
research.
Oh,
Really?
I heard it was a heart attack. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have any official.
This is like Instagram, like, you know, World Star. So I don't even know.
Yeah, you don't know.
possible.
It's hard to understand, really, you know, like, what information is true and correct. Because there's so much information about one topic that, and it's a lot of information that, like, contradicts the other, you
Yeah.
know? So you're just like, okay. But then it will be like 4 or 5 different, and you're just like, okay, well,
It's true.
I don't know what's true. Let's see what is the most common factor in all these, and then that's probably what it is.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, rest in peace to Kim Porter as well.
Yeah, absolutely. It's pretty crazy. You know, I think they said Diddy was really messed up by it right now. So
I bet.
Yeah,
I mean,
also one of his baby mamas. So
yeah, I mean, they were together back in the day. Like,
she's the mother to a couple of his kids.
yeah.
So that's a big deal.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, they were together back, like, you know, when they were younger. So
yeah.
So yeah, those kids are older.
yeah, so that means there's a lot of history there. So no,
There you go.
I can only imagine. So
Right.
you know, keep your head up, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
A big shout out to the families.
Yeah.
for sure.
And,
Condolences to other families and.
Right.
And then this last person, I'm not really sure too much of who he is, but I saw the story. Apparently, at one point, he was a big country star. His name is Roy Clark. I don't know that I know anything of it, but if you do,
Rest in peace, Roy Clark.
yes, rest in peace to all 3 of those people. And
Also, I don't know, do you have the wildfires that were taking place in Cali?
no, I don't think I put that on here.
I think we should just say a quick, you know, just a quick, you know, thoughts and prayers out to everybody,
Absolutely.
you know, that's been affected and it's still being affected and will
Yeah.
continue to be because
Right
of what's
now,
going on.
There's 2 areas and there's about 48. 48 fatalities in one and 52 in the other, I think.
You know, I think people.
But there's over 400 people missing, and they have people that are searching through the remains.
I heard 600 now.
And they said it's almost like you're looking through a cremation because it's just so many ashes and just bodies that you have to look through everything.
Yeah, because I mean,
They
you
got
gotta think
homes,
about
they
it.
have their cars, they got the forest, but they're all just.
And now they're faced with actually trying to figure out who these people are.
So like they're like just looking for any type of DNA. It's
crazy.
It's crazy because
it's messed up, man.
Yeah.
There's so much land to go over.
The
With
problem
that many
is
people
people
that aren't
don't
accounted
take
for.
heed, you know? Like, they'll be like, all right, you know, you should leave, and they don't leave, and then they leave too late, and then they get probably what happened is I think the fires engulfed a lot of areas.
I definitely see what you're saying, and you're right. I'm not discrediting that at all, but it's also just either maybe they're just ill-informed, or they just didn't want to leave.
That's in the whole other story.
Factor came over, so
not wanting to leave and trying to battle fire is a whole other issue.
It is.
I just mean like the ones who like.
But also, we all saw these videos, so maybe people were trying to leave and they just didn't make it out in time.
Yeah, and that's what I meant. Like they left, but like what the fires had already surrounded their exits.
It was horrible.
Yeah.
They posted a few videos that are taken off now on social media.
That's crazy.
It was pretty hard.
Everything has been like destroyed, man. It's crazy.
A big part of Northern California. Yeah.
So prayers out to everybody.
In Paradise, what I think is the specific.
Yeah, but it's like Malibu and like Calabasas area too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like I think that's LA-ish area, like right in the middle, like right near LA. But
some
maybe
big stars lost their houses, so I'm assuming.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
Yeah, Kevin Parker from a band Tame Impala. They're from Australia, but he produces and makes music here in LA. He said he had enough time to grab his bass and his laptop, and he jetted, and the whole house is burned down.
Damn.
Everything is gone. He had synthesizers, computer, laptops here and there, but yeah, everything is just gone. He had so much equipment.
Damn.
Just burned. Yeah.
It sucks, but it can be replaced.
But his caption was, I'm safe, I'm here, grab the bass, grab the laptop, everything's okay. I lost a lot, but I'm here.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, man, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Shout out to everybody out there, man.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I can't even imagine that happening here.
No, that's insane. That's a whole other level of like.
That's panic, man.
It's crazy stuff.
Natural disaster,
Truly.
Because you see it, and it's like the fucking. It looks like the sky is on fire.
Yeah.
And that looks like literal hell.
Yeah.
If you're describing hell, that looks like hell.
Those videos were horrible.
Yeah. It was like a hurricane type event, like something huge, but this is just a little bit of a slower process.
The same event level.
Yeah, and you can't stop a hurricane, but I don't know, something about fire, man. Something about fire.
Maybe it was forest fires, though.
But
yeah,
they
burn
so hot and so
it's so dry.
wild, and they're able to the wind. It was so windy that it was like, what the fuck? Why is the wind kicking up so much that it's just been blowing it to spread further and further?
Yeah.
I still feel like there could be some better fire prevention tactics taken. I don't know shit about that, so I don't want to overstep my bounds there. But I feel like there just could have been some kind of this is not the first time wildfires happened in California, but this is the worst it's ever been.
Yeah,
and at
this
this point,
is definitely the worst it's been. But it's been happening for the past 5-10 years, though. To be honest, though.
But at this point, we should have already experienced our worst, because then you should be more prepared at that point.
I hear you.
Yeah, but
that's definitely.
What do you do? How do you combat that?
We have people in position that should be able to think of the right.
I would think so. But
you also have those planes.
Yeah, we would hope so, right?
You have those planes that come by to put water all over everything.
Bigger planes.
You do that shit periodically when it's not on fire,
right?
Keep everything moist so they can't catch.
Yeah, but how do you do that to the whole fucking forest? And it's so hot out there.
They do it to the whole forest.
It's so hot, but you know how long it takes. That's why it's so hard to battle these. So how do you get the whole forest? And then it's hot out there. So when you drop water, it's not. It doesn't just soak the ground and then stay. It's gonna not. It absorbs it, and then it gets dry again. It's hard. It's like a losing battle out there because it's a desert. It's a literal desert out in some of those places.
Yeah, but I don't know. It's 2018. Let's not pretend like we couldn't have already developed something.
I'm just saying what they have now isn't working. They'd have to develop something that's a lot crazier in terms of a plane. It'd have to be a gigantic fucking airplane that just drops
They had a 747 come and drop.
747 is not big enough then, bro.
Big.
You have to have some.
It's not as big
you
enough
have to build some crazy shit just for that.
Yeah. But anyway, I don't know. So, hopefully everybody can make it through that as unscathed as possible.
That's horrible.
It's gonna be replaced. So, You know.
Indeed.
All right. Let's move away from all those topics that are just so sad. Yeah. Next.
Let's do it.
Yeah. So Tekashi 6ix9ine.
Uh-oh. Okay.
Apparently, he had earlier this week fired his whole team and canceled his tour.
Something about like they were stealing money and shit like that. And the thing is, these kids, man, like they're so young and they're getting so much money at such an early age that like there's no way you're gonna tell me that they know what they're doing with the money. You're not gonna tell me that the people that are around them, regardless of who they are and how long they have been around them, aren't gonna see that, recognize it, and try to take advantage of it. Like it just it happens all the time, man. Like it happens all the fucking time. So like he's just got to educate himself more. He left himself open. Like I don't know, regardless of whether or not you like the kid or not, he's making money. He's making you know, he does a lot of like, I don't know, he's making a lot of waves in hip hop in terms of like what's happening now.
Yeah.
So he's making a lot of money and all that. So I think you have to really move like that, and I don't think he does that very well. I think he could probably, you know, benefit from like there. It sounds funny, but financial literacy classes, man.
But Tekashi is a nasty dude to begin with.
Oh, of course. I'm just saying, like, I'm not speaking about that. I'm speaking on just like the topic of like, yo, that's gonna. You're not paying attention if you're just acting an ass, buying what you want, doing whatever you're trying to do with it, and then like expecting the people who are supposedly your people, you know, to hold you down even if you're not paying attention. You think they're not gonna be like, oh, he ain't.
I'm saying I don't feel as bad for him due to his nasty level of being allegedly at least.
I don't feel bad for him. I feel like he had all this shit coming to him.
Yeah.
Like I said,
he's supposed to put
that's
out.
what I agree on. I'm just speaking on the actual general terms of like artists. These kids, even if they're, let's say it's fill in the blank with a young artist you do like, a lot of them are still not being as responsible.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Even like an R&B artist you like. I'm just saying like it doesn't have to be hip hop. I'm just saying like you're making all this money, but you're not paying attention to where you're putting it. So as you're like passing it along, they can take their cut and keep passing it along, and by the time it gets in there, everybody took a cut, but you don't get it. You don't get as much as you should have.
Yeah.
So you just gotta pay attention to that shit, man. That's all.
It's a pretty normal story.
Yeah.
Agreed. So like that's why motherfuckers gotta really educate themselves before they get into the game.
Rihanna is a tale for everybody. You know, her accountant pretty much bamboozled her out of like millions.
It happened. I mean, Selena wasn't her manager stealing money.
Mm-hmm.
So like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of that shit that goes on. It's just you have to really.
So there's a reason why she was killed.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, if I remember,
she found it out.
Yeah.
Excuse me. So I'm only playing back the movie.
No, I'm pretty
and that's why I remember that. But so I don't know if the movie.
I'm pretty sure that's accurate. Like
I would imagine the movie would be accurate.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's fairly accurate. But regardless, like even with somebody like that, you know, you trust the people so much, you think them to be family or like family, and they take advantage of you. Even family will take advantage of you. So you gotta really be cautious.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, they'll live and learn. He's supposed to be putting out an album at the end of this year.
Yeah, I bet you it does well.
So has he released the full one?
No, this is the first one.
So
it's
he
gonna
hasn't
go.
even released the EP length.
Huh?
Nope. This guy's not gonna last. No.
What do you mean?
So he hasn't released the full length, right?
It's gonna be released now.
So when is now?
Like in the next month.
So right, I feel like this guy's been relevant for him for like a year and a half.
Maybe a little more, but yeah.
He's been making music and going on tour, and he's making cameos and popping up on shows. Doing 2 songs.
No, he has like 9 songs.
So, but he's not doing all 9 songs every time he makes an appearance, though.
Oh, yeah. When he does concerts? Probably.
So yeah, like main concerts, yeah. But I'm saying like he makes little like cameo pop-ups and like shit like that.
Like to do a song? Nobody does more than 1 or 2 songs.
So my thing is like, artist doesn't have a full album, like, where's the relevancy for his, artistry?
He's putting one out now. I mean, not every artist puts an album out first.
But for like a year and a half, like, we're just hearing him talk shit, and that's why people.
I mean, he's put out songs in the meantime.
I don't know.
We're in a new era of
I just feel like we can't call him an artist yet because the man hasn't released work. Like, it's just songs.
Yeah, he's released work.
But that's the thing.
That's work. It's artistry.
That's the thing.
If you release one song and you didn't want to,
no one's really doing that right now. Like, even cats have whole mixtapes.
He doesn't really have to put out things like that.
Because
nowadays,
it's media like that.
But nowadays it's like you don't have to put out an album. There's not, for the most part, like
albums aren't even albums anymore.
So I'm sorry to debate so hard. I was just like, that's just my standpoint on it. I just kind of don't really agree with it or see why a person should be relevant if they haven't released any actual pieces of music to judge them on.
Yeah.
I mean,
a kid calls himself the king of New York and all that, and it's like, well, I mean,
regardless of whether or not you like, I mean, nobody from New York has said some shit. So why?
That's what it is
we
now.
gotta feel away
The
about
king
it?
of New York now has pink fucking dreads. That's who the king of New York is.
Did we? I mean, New Yorkers don't seem to be debating it. So what do we got to say about it?
Well, I mean, 50 released a whole bunch of memes and shit. Like
50 is like cool, dude.
Well, I guess that was before they got cool then. But
I mean,
they've been
the
really
big
cool.
names
They've
in
been
hip hop
like-
probably aren't saying anything, but I'm sure there's a lot of people who disagree with that.
Man, I mean,
so maybe it was like a joke then or some shit between the two of them then.
yeah, no, he's always 50's always, but not really. Like they're cool as fuck together. Like for whatever reason, he's cool with this kid.
Man, I don't get
that deal. You don't have to like
50
him.
got nothing but time on his hands nowadays.
This breaks.
It was weird.
It's a little squeaky noise.
Drive by.
But yeah, so enough about Tekashi because I don't really care that much.
Yeah.
Quick birthday shout out to E40.
Okay. Happy birthday.
Yeah.
40.
E40. Squabbly.
Fucking old as shit. He's 51 years old now. It's pretty crazy shit.
That is pretty crazy.
Yeah, people getting old, man.
Yeah, they sure are.
All these hip hop artists and shit.
Game.
The Black album turned 15 this week.
That is a good album.
That is the biggest deal right there, man. I think for the week.
So, that album was supposed to be the album that Jay-Z retired on, right? So, I mean, when he came back with Kingdom Come, I think. That was the first time back. So, he was planning on retiring after the Black album.
Right.
Do you guys have a favorite track?
On the Black album?
Can I get a list?
Yeah. Run through that track.
Yeah, the track list real quick.
Because I think it's hard to remember, but I know that I have a few.
I want to
favorites.
say Threats is up there.
Tie you up, put you in the mattress like drug money.
I mean the intro and then Ninth on the beat.
No, that is a good album. I think it's
Lucifer.
You said 15 years, right?
Lucifer though.
2003 it came out.
Lucifer was on that shit though.
Yeah, Lucifer's a dope track.
That was definitely one of my
Awesome
favorites.
shit hit.
99 Problems on there too, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Rick Rubin.
There's a lot of good songs on that album, really.
Run through them, sir.
So we got December 4th.
Oh yeah.
That was a good one though. Good intro.
Yo, honestly, that's.
Well, no,
yeah.
apparently he had an interlude, and then December 4th.
okay,
December 4th is number 2.
Oh, okay.
Because yeah, the Sean Carter was.
That's what it was. Yeah.
And then What More Can I Say?
Man,
That was a good fucking song.
Yeah. Encore.
Encore is like is a cool track, but it's like probably one of my least
It
favorites.
was played.
I like it. Then Change Clothes. Every time
That was a good one.
Anytime Jay and Pharrell,
That was a good
it's
song.
gonna be a
Yeah,
song. You know?
it's always a good fucking look.
Truly.
Yeah. Then Dirt Off Your Shoulder.
Yeah.
Man,
Threats, yo.
Threats.
this is a strong album.
It is.
Moment of Clarity.
Moment of Clarity is
Man.
dope. Boom, boom, boom.
99 Problems.
Yo.
Justify My Thug.
Oh, I
Man.
forgot about that track actually. That Madonna sample.
Wait, isn't Public Service Announcement somewhere in one of this? Because it doesn't have that on the list. Public service announcement.
Wait, what's that?
Public service announcement.
Oh wait, that's on Black Album.
Yeah.
Yo,
Allow me to reintroduce
man,
myself.
my name is Ho. H to the OV. I used to move snowflakes by the OZ.
It's even back then.
You can call me CEO
of the ROC.
Ho.
Okay,
we're good.
And then Lucifer, and then Allure. Allure's a good song.
Man,
You know, that's a nice album.
that is a complete
And
album.
then my first song.
My first song. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
That's
That's
nice.
a 5 mic right there.
Yo,
That's a five mic
I'm not
album.
even gonna give you my favorite track because I can't even.
I
pick
can't
one.
even right now.
Yeah, it's definitely hard.
I want to say Threats just because of content and production, but man, I mean Lucifer though,
Yeah.
and then Moment of Clarity, because he just like aired it out.
And just like
Yeah.
all of these fucking songs.
Yeah, when you named
That's crazy.
when you went through that track list,
December 4th,
yeah.
because like his mom was on that track,
Yeah.
right? Or was that was
yeah, well, that's her saying Sean Carter was born.
Yeah, yeah,
December.
That's December 4th.
Yeah.
right.
So I'm not even gonna give you any just happy birthday Black Album shit.
15, right?
15.
Yeah, 15.
It's crazy.
That is. Well, yeah,
And he's like somewhere right around his 15th album now, right?
that's crazy.
Where do you rank that in Jay-Z's discography?
Ooh, that's a crazy question.
In Jay-Z's, oh man,
Yeah.
I'm a big Jay-Z head, so it's like,
I know that. I'm
for
just
sure
saying.
top 5. Top 5.
so Reasonable Doubt.
That's with man. Okay, Doubt is like top 3 if not top 2, because like you know there's no top 2, but yeah, top 3.
Reasonable Doubt, Blueprint, Volume 2.
Blueprint. Maybe okay. All right, go on.
Blueprint Volume 2?
Blueprint,
Yeah,
Volume 2.
that's kind of a big statement.
Not above Blueprint?
Because you haven't said anything.
No,
like
Blueprint and then Volume 2.
Okay.
Oh,
That's
okay.
the one, yeah.
Okay.
Hard Knock Life.
Okay.
Oh, okay. I got you.
I guess I could. No. Yeah, I would probably put Black Album number 4.
Okay.
That's your number 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know where it ranks for me. It's top 5.
And then number 5, man, that's a difficult one. I'll say Volume 1.
So yeah, can you include the compilation albums or no? Well, not compilation, but collaboration albums though.
Like Best of Both Worlds type of
Best
thing.
of both.
I wouldn't put that in there anyway.
Well, maybe
Yeah.
not us, but I'm just saying in general, people might have that as a favorite. So
I mean, I'd rather go solo. The solo.
Yeah, no, I think it's got to be the solo. But then that
Dynasty.
technically Dynasty isn't
Right.
a.
but that's always labeled as Jay-Z's album.
I always considered it a Jay-Z album.
It is. I mean, he's on every song. You know.
I just recently heard people speaking about the fact that it's not necessarily a Jay-Z album, which is fine. I just always classified it as one.
Me too. To me, it's part of his discography. So.
Right.
And then like I would like to fit 444 in there somewhere. I'd say that's number 6 maybe.
Yo, what about Magna Carta Holy Grail?
Yeah, it's a dope album.
That one doesn't rank as high for me
I fucking love that album.
personally. Yeah. Not to say it's not great.
And then like Watch the Throne is really dope.
Yeah, I think Throne was a little bit up there.
Yeah,
for me.
It's crazy. He's got a great discography.
He does.
It's hard to rank it all, especially when there's so many.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't like Kingdom Come as a comeback album too much.
Kingdom
It
Come
wasn't-
has,
it wasn't
had
as
Lost
strong.
Ones, right?
It wasn't as
Yeah.
I
it wasn't
love
as,
Lost
oh,
Ones.
of course.
I didn't like
No,
it.
no,
I
that
didn't
is
like
the
it as a
basic song.
comeback album, but there was some good. Like if you
You're right.
if you cut it in
You're right.
half,
You're right. Yeah.
you know,
I always feel that way about double albums.
like Beach Chair, man, that's one of my fucking favorite joints out
Yeah,
there.
and that was produced by Chris Martin.
Yeah.
Coldplay.
I love that fucking song.
Beach Chair is really dope.
Yeah.
But no, I always feel that way about a double album. A double album usually could be better if you were to make it. If you take all the best
Wait,
of
Kingdom
the
Come wasn't a double album.
wasn't it?
No, I don't think it was.
No.
I think it
Blueprint
was
2 is his only double album.
Oh, why am I thinking the Kingdom Come had two tracks?
It's because it came in that weird book with the like.
Oh yeah,
hologram.
that fat ass
I
like
never
jewel
bought the
case
CD.
or whatever
No.
it is.
Yeah.
Big divider.
I have the digital copy.
Yeah, I think I got that somewhere still.
Yeah. I got it all somewhere. But yeah, so
That's right. That's probably why I was thinking that, because it does come with that fat ass fucking book.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, dude, this thing's like it's like that big.
Bible.
It's his fucking 2020 experience. But yeah, so there's a lot of good J albums.
Yeah,
it's hard.
it is hard though.
We're gonna have to come back to these top 5 debates.
We gotta get back to these. We have to take all these little categories and like have a podcast dedicated to them.
Yeah.
Maybe. So how do we do that then? I mean, because there's always current events that we want to talk about. So
we may have to forego the current events.
We'll just figure this out.
Yeah, you know, can't reveal your tricks.
Exactly. But yeah, you're right though.
Yeah. There's a lot of good debates to be had, so we can come back to that. Let's see here, more music topics. Let's do this. Okay, we can just go to the new music of the day.
Yeah, let's do it.
Because, much to my dismay, there's fucking more.
Of course, always will be.
If there's one thing you can count on, every fucking week, there's like 2 or 3 famous fucking people who passed away. And then there's 13 fucking albums that came out.
To comment on the new music, there's a section on Apple Music where you can actually just go into, and you can go week by week and see what albums are released based on what you listen to. Yeah.
You have to show me that, because that would be very beneficial.
Yeah.
Because also, I'll give you guys...
It's that For You section on your iPhone where you go to Apple Music.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like the person icon.
That's going to come in handy, because
I'll show you. Yeah.
What I want to do is have an album of the year.
Right.
Yeah, that's for sure. But most definitely what I'd like to do.
I almost have the top 5. I mean,
there's a million albums.
Top 5 of the year.
Number 4 came through this week, so
there's a million fucking new albums that came out this year, so it's gonna be.
Yeah, it's a lot of music that came out, man.
But it's been a long year though for music. For good music.
It's great, and it's
terrible. Which is a really good thing. There's been a lot of good music this year.
It's gonna be a good discussion at the end of the year.
You're right.
Great and terrible. Alright, so first of all, Anderson .Paak put out a new album called Oxnard. You heard it, right?
Oh yeah.
You didn't hear it, right?
Haven't heard it yet.
Okay.
You'll love it though.
First impressions?
Man. Oh yeah, I shouldn't have said you'll love it, because now he's in fucking...
I'm not gonna want to love it.
Power to be like, I fucking hate this shit.
This album's stupid.
Yeah,
going home.
It's terrible. I'm gonna go home and listen to this album.
I really feel like we got a taste of what Detox is, or will be like from Dre.
Detox ain't never coming out.
I would say
the whole album, from what I understand, is partly produced and influenced by Dre.
Okay.
I like Paak. I've never had any issues with his.
But this is really just Anderson .Paak, like, kind of letting go though.
Is this his first?
It gets real political in 2 or 3 songs, to where he's actually calling the president out.
Is this his first solo?
No, he's had 3 other ones.
Really? Damn, what?
And his albums are amazing.
Yeah, me neither. I don't know much about Anderson .Paak.
Yeah, no, you guys need to.
I've heard him on like a couple game features. And
Malibu was his last solo release.
Okay.
And that was perfect. Also produced by Dre.
I'm gonna have to give him a listen. I didn't get the chance to listen. The only thing I listened to was, I'm sure you have it on there, is the Big Crit. That's all I got to today.
Right.
Actually, no, I take that back. I listened to the Jacques. I ain't like that. But the Crit was cool.
Right.
Yeah.
I do want to. I'm gonna visit Anderson .Paak today. I mean, not today. Tomorrow, probably while I'm cleaning the crib or something.
I feel like it's a good, cruising album. I feel like it's a good sit-down headphone album. I feel like you can listen to that shit while you're cleaning your house. I prefer a headphone listen.
Good for every setting.
It's just accessible.
I prefer a headphone listen.
I do
to absorb the
That's
music.
all I do.
Correct, in my opinion, correctly.
Mm-hmm. I listened to the new albums in my car, because that's like the time I have the most time available to do so. But I listened to Anderson .Paak on the way here.
Man, he's got a song with Snoop on there, and it's just old Snoop, man. I loved it. Mm-hmm. It was that feature that I wanted for like 10, 15 years.
From Snoop?
From Snoop. He came through hard as hell. And it's just that verse, and he just slides out.
Hey.
I was that is just fucking perfect, man. It fucking took Dre to be like, yo, just give us that, just give us that quick heat.
Snoop's like 55.
And
Yeah.
he came with it though.
I don't think that there's. I'm pretty sure Snoop still has Snoop inside of him, but
Of
like
course. And
he's just so
it
like
showed.
preoccupied with everything
It
he
showed.
does.
To smoke with Martha Stewart.
It showed, yo.
Which
It
is by all
showed.
means.
It showed with this song.
Yeah.
Granted, it's like, a couple bars, or well, it's like a little verse, but he came with it.
He's
Though.
still putting some things out. I mean, he put out an album.
I loved hearing his feature on
I
that.
think he put out an album last year, and then he put out a gospel rap.
Oh
album
yeah,
this
see
year.
exactly. Snoop Lion.
Of course,
all
Snoop,
that.
yeah, he's
Like, yo,
reinvented himself 1,000 times.
This is nothing like that, yo. Yeah. Like Anderson .Paak and Dre brought him back into whatever that was
Yeah.
back in the day. Also, I really apologize. Just a really quick mention on the same album, Oxnard. It features Q-Tip on a song called Cheers, which Anderson .Paak talks a lot about Mac Miller's passing and how it's affecting him and what they used to be, when he was alive and how, good of friends they were. But Q-Tip produced the track, but he also gets some time to talk about Phife Dawg passing.
Oh, that's
a
really
track
dope.
called Quest, and it's the 25th anniversary of Midnight Marauders this year.
Yeah.
So yeah, I want to say a quick shout out to Anderson .Paak and Dre and Tip, but also Paak and Dre for just giving Tip some time on their piece of work
Yeah.
to kind of get, his, thoughts out there.
I'm with that.
Do you have a favorite song on the album?
Right now, it's probably what do you have the track
I have
list?
to try this out.
What's one with Snoop on it? So I'm gonna say Anywhere. That's my favorite right now, and then I'm gonna go Cheers, and then Six Summers. Six Summers is very political.
It's very political, yeah.
Very, very political.
See, my favorite is Sweet Chick right now.
Oh yeah,
With
yeah,
BJ
it's
Chicago
with
Kid.
J. Cole.
BJ
Right?
Chicago Kid
No,
is
that's
dope.
BJ
Oh,
Chicago
BJ,
Kid.
my fault.
Trippy's with J. Cole.
Trippy, yeah.
Yo, BJ Chicago Kid is dope.
He's got a lot of good features on this album.
Yeah, he
Q-Tip,
does.
J. Cole, Push.
Kendrick kills it on this.
Yeah, Ken.
I might have to give him a listen.
Dr. Dre.
Yeah, man.
I'm gonna give it a listen this
Yeah.
weekend for sure.
Check that out.
Yeah, for sure. So, okay. Good album for the most part there. Birdman and Jacquees put out an album, Lost at Sea 2. I like Jacquees. I can't stand hearing Birdman on a track. It's like the worst fucking
That
thing of all time.
motherfucker, yo, like it
All he
just
needs to do
slows.
is
It
like,
just, it just slows the track down to like it literally like as soon as he comes out,
it halts.
that's it.
Yep.
Like literally, the record skips and that's it.
So I'm probably not the best person to comment on this because I'm just not a big fan of Cash Money in general. That's I don't know,
It's all
but,
good.
listening to like a whole collaborative album with Jacquees, who I do respect, but it's a collaborative album with Jacquees and Birdman, and Birdman's voice first of
Yeah,
all
you don't
as
need that.
as a rapper, it just kind of kills.
It's just
my
the
ear.
worst flow of all
It's
time.
tone deaf. Man, you know what? Hold on, I'm not gonna get on all that. He just doesn't have my favorite voice.
Yeah, honestly, it's
It's not. He's
he
not a
doesn't
rapper.
need the beat. He doesn't do anything to a track.
He
You know
doesn't
what I
rap.
mean?
He literally talks on it. He's like,
Exactly.
I washed my hands. I dried it with money.
Yeah.
Went outside.
Oh, bro.
It was mad sunny.
Yo.
My guy.
Just
Shut up.
Jacquees Jacquees definitely held his own on that, but I feel like because there was so much lack on the other person's part, Jacquees was lacking in certain areas.
Yeah, I think Jacquees' vocals were better on the
It
last
was.
project.
Oh yeah, well, dude, it's a totally different.
For
Did they
sure.
put out a different album called Lost at C1? Because
Yeah.
Oh, it's
I
just
just
two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know that they.
I just listened to
collaborated
it a few days ago. It was alright.
Is Jacquees signing everybody?
Yeah, I think so.
That's what they're doing.
He's their artist.
Just to get that,
Yeah.
get that respect back,
Yeah, ain't gonna do it.
or at least give people a look at Cash Money on money. So.
I
Keep
think
somebody on the
it's
radar.
helping that though.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I think it's helping that
Keep it
That
on
yeah,
the radar.
you're right. You're right.
with him, you know.
But it'll sell.
Yeah. So you said Big Crit put out what specifically today?
Oh, it's called
Thrice.
Thrice. Three
One song?
songs.
Oh, 3 songs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I guess it's an EP or
Yes,
just a
it is.
throwaways. I don't know.
So that's actually a traditional EP. 3 songs.
So like I don't know, like I think whatever it is, but either way, they're decent. They're decent tracks. It's big
like
crit.
It's
big crit like.
Yeah.
You know, nothing too out of the ordinary.
I'm not gonna lie, I thought it was the whole album, though. I got real hyped up, though.
I
thought you just like dropped that shit on us. I was like, oh,
which they do nowadays anyway.
Exactly,
right?
and I was ready for it.
I can't tell you how
And I saw 3 tracks, and I was like, I'll take it.
Why do you need to put out a preliminary album to your actual album?
It's okay.
Well, I appreciate more shit. Just like,
But
back in the day what they used to do was give you buy the deluxe edition and then you get 3 bonus tracks.
Very true.
Yeah.
That's very true.
Like, can we just do that?
That's for real, though, yo.
Oh, fuck.
Marketing's a motherfucker right now.
It sure the fuck is.
You trying to get that dollar everywhere you can get that dollar.
Like, don't get me wrong, me too, but man.
And that ain't me knocking nobody. Do what you gotta do.
Just make it an extension to the album because I already have too much to catch up on.
I hear you on
I don't
that.
have
Yeah,
time
there's
for
just a
another-
lot of music. I was thinking about that the other day, like what you were saying. I was
But
like,
there are a lot of people that will
it's
just
a
shut
lot,
that money
man.
down.
Dude,
But
this-
the reason it's okay is because they're all releasing 2 and 3 and 4 and 7 some projects. So you only really get maybe two real full albums when you combine all this together a week.
I saw this list. These are the artists who are still supposed to drop by the end of the year. 21 Savage, Triple X, Kanye, a Boogie with the Hoodie. I don't know, it's a stupid ass name. Lil Uzi Vert, Kodak Black. So Anderson .Paak just dropped. Jaden Smith. I think Mike Will made it as the Creed 2 soundtrack, right?
Yeah, which I do want to give a listen to. I looked at the track list.
I haven't listened to it yet, but it does look like it's good. There's a lot of big artists on there too. So
There's a Nas song on there with
yeah,
Rick Ross, which is always good.
yeah, very interesting connection.
Yeah.
Should be good. Then Gucci Mane, Ice Cube is putting out an album.
Ice Cube's putting an album out?
Ice Cube's putting an album out.
Shit.
Offset, Lil Baby, Meek Mill, 6ix9ine.
Meek Mill, okay.
I'm probably not gonna listen to it. 6ix9ine, JID.
Oh, Jid, yeah, okay. Oh, yeah, yo, Jid. That is the next one that's gonna come out that I'm actually looking
Jid?
for. Yeah.
Then why is there periods at the end?
That's just me. I just call it.
Oh, I was like, is that what you really call it? Bro.
Adam's like, wait, what?
there's periods in between every letter.
Yeah. You guys should definitely check out the track listing on that, though. There's a lot of big producers. And he has a good shout out to Mac Miller, too. And I think Mac Miller.
That came out today?
No, that's coming out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. He dropped a single today.
Well, this list is accurate as of Wednesday.
Yeah, he dropped a single today, but the album's coming out soon.
Okay.
But yeah, I think that. What was there more? I'm sorry.
Yeah, there's
My fault.
Young Boy Never Broke Again. Dude, I feel like I got to sneeze. But Trill Sammy, whatever that may be, and then E40.
Okay, so I'm ready for Jaden.
I think
wanna see
Rick
these-
Ross is gonna sneak one in.
So Jaden, I want to see Rick Ross, and JID. Yeah.
I'll listen to Ice Cube.
So I'm
Yeah,
down
I'll
with
listen
that.
to that too.
I'm down with that. I want a good 3 albums to end out the year, to like be contenders.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna listen
I
to
like
6ix9ine
like that.
because I
I
want
just
to
want to
hear
hear what dumb shit. Man,
Yeah.
I don't know though.
Listen,
Because
all this attention
I
he's
just-
getting.
I just-
I want to hear if he
I
has
just
some
don't
like.
want to give him any more actual play. Like
I don't care. Listen, I
He's
pay
getting enough, man.
I pay.
exactly. I don't want to give any more.
Yours isn't gonna do anything for it.
I
That's
pay
great.
Apple enough.
It ain't gonna hurt or
It's
might
the same.
be all
It's the
listed.
same
Yeah.
price no matter what. If I listen to it or not. So
I get that.
I'll check it out. See what's up. You know, I might only get one play. There's a lot of albums that only got one play so far this year.
A lot of albums have only got one play.
sucks. And that's my big problem is I want to be able to digest it and I can't. Like I don't have time.
Yep.
I don't know, but 2 Chainz put something up.
Yeah, something about trap girls,
Suche.
Oh yeah.
but it's only 2 songs.
Okay. Well,
I haven't listened to it yet. I'll get to it.
What you see is what you get with him. I feel like.
I'll
for
get
the
to
most
it.
part.
I think I told you I've been on that fucking spitter still, or Fetty.
Fatty.
I've been like,
Andretti.
He's been having all types of issues.
Yeah.
I've been figuring out the name.
like with 2 letters, a double L. I'm like spitter, Fetty,
You said
Andretti,
You said Andretti earlier, and I was like, what is
spaghetti.
we get
What
some
is
spaghetti
that?
from Moretti's.
Andretti, Fatty.
Okay, designer.
That is a designer ass rap.
Hell yeah.
Alright. Then Creed 2, we talked about that for a second. The The album just looks like it's gonna be good. So
It does,
listen
man.
to it.
It's gonna be a must.
Yeah.
Which is also really cool, and the year with a good movie and a good soundtrack. So
I'm hoping it's good. I'm hoping the movie's good.
There was already a good soundtrack out. The Black Panther soundtrack.
Oh yeah.
of course, that's a good mention. Yeah, I forgot about that.
You know, so like that's two soundtracks that are pretty damn good.
And Uncle Drew was actually pretty good. There's a few things.
Yeah,
out there that I don't
no,
really
you're right
know.
about
Uncle
that.
Drew had a
Actually,
soundtrack?
Yeah, I actually didn't mention that, but yeah.
I didn't know that.
That's a good mention.
I didn't know that. That makes sense. They would have a good soundtrack though.
It should.
That's pretty funny.
Alright, so then Tyler the Creator put out like
Yeah.
the soundtrack to the Grinch album.
Gee, it is so good.
Is it?
It's so good.
He's a weird dude as it is.
Listen, hold up though. Hold up
He's a
though.
weirdo.
If you listen to Tyler, and more so of his newer stuff with his live bands that he's been working with, it works so perfectly.
Is he
It
dating
isn't.
Jaden Smith?
It isn't.
Yeah, I
it
was just about to say.
it
Do you
isn't-
think him and
it
Jaden
isn't-
Smith are boyfriends?
It isn't vulgar.
That just sounds funny the way you
It
think
isn't
about
like it isn't.
They
It isn't
play.
crazy vulgar. It's just really good Christmas music.
I'd probably give it a listen. I liked Tyler the
Shit.
Creator.
And also, if you want to comment on that, the whole Jaden thing, I think that there's some certain Easter eggs on albums where it can allude to that. So,
See, I don't know that I haven't listened to all their music in its entirety to say I've heard that. I just know what
mainly
I've-
just Tyler's.
I just heard
then-
Jaden
and
say
I just-
he's my boyfriend, and I said it, and now you can't deny it.
But
And
no,
that's like,
they all just say some shit like.
Yeah, and so that'll do it for the new music of the week here on episode 20 of the Kiona and Kasson podcast. 'Cause I just feel like that's necessary. To
I mean, a little light one. And a thing.
episode 20.
Can I go? And a thing.
Anyway,
Because you guys can do that.
Because we can do that.
yeah.
I can.
But at least you could have ate some pizza that
This
night.
is like
Just practice.
I'm not
let
sure.
go
Oh,
of pizza.
No.
Do not
Yes.
do not harness pizza.
You gotta contort yourself.
Let go of
so
pizza.
you go on one
do not
side.
harness
You
pizza.
do like you have to like
You gotta break your fall.
fall on your arm like
I'm just gonna try and stuntman like roll that next time somehow. I'm not gonna be able to do
You
that.
probably could roll with the pizza and still have that stay in good shape.
There you
The way
go.
that pizza is resilient.
There it is, dude. It was quite resilient, and it was still good. It
It's a good pizza.
was crispy. Crust was crispy. Oh, how the fuck? Anyway,
In other music news, Wu-Tang has been having a big couple months here. I feel like a lot of
25th anniversary.
Yeah.
man.
So Staten Island is making November 9th official Wu-Tang Day.
Dope.
It should, you know?
No, it should most definitely be national. I mean, at least there.
Why wouldn't it be?
You know.
Best place to do it.
Yes, indeed.
Staten's on the map because of Wu-Tang.
No, it's dope. I mean, I'm looking forward to watching this documentary and really just. I'm sure there's gonna be some 25th anniversary shit coming out,
Yeah.
like
I'm
some
sure.
sort of merch. So I'm assuming I'm probably gonna cop
Because
some.
nobody's really talking from that camp within the group.
No, well, actually, on Instagram, I've been seeing interviews about this documentary.
Okay.
That I have been seeing. Before that, though, you're right. I don't see them speak too much about
Pretty
it.
quiet.
It's pretty crazy, but
Yeah.
But I guess this is the actual month and the date, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, I get
it
you.
makes sense to actually have all this public, this press
I get
going on.
Yeah.
So shout out to Wu-Tang.
Definitely shout out to
Um,
Wu-Tang. Big shout out.
We're not gonna list all the members because we'd be here till tomorrow. So, all of y'all, 127,000 people.
Did we
who
name our
claim-
favorites last week?
I don't think we named our favorites.
Was the question posed?
I think we did talk about it, but I think that's one
We're
that's
talking about
just.
something because I said something along the lines of Ghost is like the face of the Wu-Tang, and you were like trying to figure out.
Oh yeah, we just kept naming who was dope, and we're like everybody's dope.
Yeah.
That's why Wu-Tang was Wu-Tang because everybody was dope.
Who's
Besides
the-
you, God.
I mean, I think we all said that.
Besides you, God.
You know.
Sorry, you, God.
You know.
Is what it is.
Who's your favorite?
Dude, we tried this last week. I'm not even gonna get into it.
Mac is one of my favorites, but I also really fuck with Ghost, so it's hard. Ray, okay.
Yeah, like I said, I'm not even gonna try. I'm just gonna list fucking 8 people.
Yeah, pretty much. Anyway, so then one more quick shout out on the music topic. Lil Jon has built his second school in Ghana.
Yeah, that's
shout out to you for doing something positive with your money.
Him and Akon, man. Akon actually, I forget what Black Enterprise or something, like some magazine, like they named him like Entrepreneur of the Year, Philanthropist of the Year. Dude, like both of them motherfuckers are doing their thing, man.
Yeah, I agree.
But for Lil Jon, who's under the radar, nobody ever really sees him or sees what he's doing. That's dope. For that to be a second school and you're just now hearing it.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm assuming there was some press of the other one, but
yeah, sure.
I don't remember it.
Well, because I don't remember you for So.
But.
And then you can blame Dave Chappelle for the way.
Oh, but that just blew him up.
Yeah, luckily he's probably still making money off of that, and that means that this has allowed him to do these things. So good for him, man. We need more people like
Club
that.
Appearances for like 5-10 years, so I feel like he just saved his money.
He was mad. I think Lil Jon's smart, yo.
Oh,
I think he went to a fucking good college and everything like that. Definitely. So, and not to say he wouldn't be smart if he didn't go to college, but I'm just saying like he's educated.
It's one of those weird smart people like 2 Chainz.
Yeah.
You just don't expect in their music that they're gonna be this smart intellectual.
2 Chainz is super intelligent. You can tell. But in terms of Lil Jon, man, that's real dope. 100% credit goes out to you, man. We need more people like him. Yeah. And Akon 100. Akon is like lighting Africa up essentially on his own.
Yeah.
Which is dope.
Yeah, for sure.
Dope. Providing infrastructure, man.
Yeah, shout out to them for sure. Definitely work that's necessary, especially in places like that just for whatever reason is not developing as quickly as other nations, and the resources are less and whatever. Yeah. So it's nice to have people come and help build that up.
Agreed.
Did you guys see Jill Scott video?
I did. Yes. Yeah, I feel like people, I don't know, they're making too much out of it though. Because even she feels a little too uncomfortable.
What?
She was fine with it.
No, she doesn't feel uncomfortable.
Well, she's just like, y'all need to stop with that.
Well, I think it's because I think she doesn't feel because she's very. I don't think
not to speak for her. I guess.
Yeah, I think, but because she was just on the Joe Budden podcast and she's very open about that. Like, dude, she's very. Just got.
She's a free spirit.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, she's got like a dope soul. I think early on in the first beginning episodes of this, we were talking about Jill Scott. In our first few episodes.
Yeah.
I hadn't seen a video like this. There was a point like she was working the balls.
G.
Just a little bit like.
G. That's like experience comes with age.
I was
like, she's playing with the balls, and I'm like, yo, that's dope that you're playing with the balls. You didn't forget about them.
Yo, hey,
which is awesome. Which is something you can do when you're doing that to a microphone.
Shout out to Just Got.
So the thing is, there's no real balls there, so you could have easily forgot about the balls
because it's not. Really
but she didn't forget the balls and that's key. That's key.
Because she wanted you to know
that I don't forget about the balls.
Not only does she not, but you should not forget about the balls.
Yeah, man.
They are there.
She did her thing.
Or not.
I don't.
Gross malignant tumors. Whatever women think that balls.
Literally never considered my balls that.
No, not us.
They are
from like maybe I should preface that with from a woman's standpoint.
Yeah,
I'm sure. I mean, I hope that's not what they fucking think.
Well, from all the comedians, I mean,
I'm with them. They're much prettier. That's why I'm
female comedians.
I'm not a gay person.
Balls.
Have you ever seen? Not that there's like women's bodies are just a lot more attractive than like a man's body. Like I can see why they're like, put your clothes back on. Like of course I'll put my clothes.
And Knocked Up when Seth Rogen woke up after his little thing with Katherine Heigl. Good point. He woke up and he's like, good point. You're prettier than I am.
You're prettier than yeah, exactly. You know they did that in what's that movie? She's Out of Your League.
Yeah.
She was the same. He was like, whoa, like. She was pretty damn hot.
It's just what it is.
You know?
Yeah. It's facts of life.
Women's bodies are
pretty sure
hairy,
it's one of the facts of life.
Right? they don't have as much hair.
They always smell like fruit.
I hope
Really, they always smell like fruit.
I mean, as long as they.
I don't like.
They don't smell like
I'm not. If I lie,
for the most
if I could be honest with you, I don't care for like an overly fruitful scent. Like I like a. I don't know. There's a certain smell. I
I'd
don't
rather
like.
fruit than. Fruit.
You know what that reminds me of? Like that
So
reminds
the
me of
reason
like
why it's
early.
is because perfume always has that flowery, fruity.
Yeah, I guess
Yeah.
there's that
Essence.
But fruit. When you say fruity, it just reminds me of like high school girls and the spray they used.
See, I can't deal with that shit. That's
I like that.
I never describe it as fruity again because that's what I those little
I get
bottles,
that.
you know what I'm saying?
I liked it back then. You know, I was fine with it.
Yeah, but when I look at it, you're like, man, that shit just covered
It
up.
tastes
Like,
like women evolved.
get on your grown shit.
yo, what the fuck was that about?
Yeah.
That's like
I'm
dudes,
rocking Axe.
dude.
Yeah, no. I
That's
was
like
never
dudes who
about
rock Axe or Curve.
No man, Curve,
that.
Juke,
Fucking Ed Hardy.
fucking Cool Water.
Never did. Oh, Cool Water's cool.
Cool water.
Cool Water's
I
cool.
can't do that.
I still use
But
Cool Water.
I never did Curve.
Well, not every day. Just every once in a while, I have a bottle there.
I don't do Curve. And I never did Curve actually, and I never did Axe because Axe to me was like what you put on when you didn't know that you had to cover up that you had to like battle BO in the morning.
It was only that. It was only that. When you could not find your deodorant and you saw a bottle of Axe, you're like,
No, I always find
No.
my deodorant.
Like, I'd rather be funky.
well, okay, so yeah.
Axe smelled like
That
a
was
BO
just like,
full of
it's like
BO,
emergency for me though, like emergency backup. You know?
Yeah.
and then the way
Especially in high school for PE.
they told you to spray it,
Yeah, that's some dumb shit. Stop it.
Yeah.
dude.
Actually,
you're
no.
walking through the halls and it's
Wasn't
just
even
a
that.
mist of you.
No. It was supposed to be 1, 2, and then 3.
It's enough, man. Because
People were just fucking.
It's it was a continuous aerosol, dude.
Fucking like, this is my deodorant, my ball sprays.
Yeah, it's
It
like
was an
if you spray
aerosol.
that directly onto your balls, you got problems.
It was an aerosol that never stopped spraying. All you had to do is just keep spraying it.
You gotta put Ed Hardy in that category. 'Cause
Yeah,
feel the
I didn't
same
fuck
way
with
about
Ed Hardy.
Mom.
I was more
Um,
like, not to say I'm like a connoisseur of of colognes and whatnot, but
in very limited scope.
but I know
In a limited scope.
there are classics, and those are
D&G
never
Light
classics.
Blue, man.
Aqua de Jo, and I think my favorite is Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue.
Yeah, that's what I use.
I used to rock in high
It's
school.
just, it's so perfect, man. It just hits your skin.
It is.
Just,
Right now, that's what you rock.
That's my favorite.
I'm looking for a new one
Canada
right
Shore
now.
right now.
I have
cool, vintage black is always clutch.
Okay.
Actually, I fuck
I
with
like
John Paul
Burberry
Gaultier.
for Men Spring.
Okay.
That one's really good. It isn't your classic Burberry. It's got this, I don't know, lighter flavor or lighter scent to it.
Ah, okay.
John
See,
Paul.
I only got one right now. I got Issey Miyake, and that's all I got right now.
That's good.
Yeah,
It's
I so
It's
I
just a
sampled
classic
that
little
one. I
scent.
like it. Yeah.
I got the big ass bottle for Christmas, and it takes forever. For me, I don't go through cologne like that.
2 sprays.
2 sprays, that's it.
I fuck with John Paul
And
Gaultier for a
certain ones are
while.
too strong though. You gotta do like a little half spray.
Yeah,
Gucci
it
Guilty
depends.
is a good scent.
Yeah.
What?
Gucci Guilty.
Gucci Guilty is pretty decent, man.
I never went.
Polo Blue was my
It's just
shit.
too strong for me.
Yeah.
Like my skin, you know, like the like natural
Yeah.
scent, you know.
It doesn't
that
help
we
it.
all have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm
Yeah,
a
there's some
Polo
other
Blue kind of guy.
Polo Blue was definitely
Polo Blue's a classic.
Purple Label was perfect for me.
I
That was 06 though.
Yeah, see, I mean, I haven't gone cologne shopping in so
And
long.
what was
I
that-
think I'm
what
gonna
was
do it.
that
I think I'm gonna
Nautica
go it soon.
Now I want to.
Competition.
Yeah.
When I was younger, Nautica competition was my shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, I'm not sure how we even got on clones and stuff.
The reason why I got on Aqua de Jo was you.
It's a fucking. That is definitely a fucking
And then
100%
Zach put
like,
me on the Lacoste.
consistent. Lacoste. I had Lacoste at one point, but I also had Bulgari Aquamarine.
Bulgari is dope.
Yeah, there were some pretty good ones, but it's honestly I don't like going to shop for it because it takes when you're going to sniff the fucking. You just get a headache, man.
Yeah,
Sure.
man. They all just muddle together.
They
That's
do.
part of it, yeah.
Even with those coffee beans, you're like, the fuck out of here with these coffee
it's
beans, bitch.
stupid, man. I gotta
This
be
shit don't
out-
help nothing.
I gotta be outside. You're spraying this in a contained place and it's just staying in this.
That already
Yeah.
smells like fragrance.
Right.
Yeah. You're fucking Calvin
It
Klein focus
defeats
on
the
this.
purpose. Scentbird.
Like, this better be the
Scentbird.
one, otherwise I'm not buying shit.
Scentbird sends you samples in the mail. It's like $10 a month, and you get 2 or 3 10-ounce vials.
Oh, that's not bad.
And you
That's
send it
pretty big.
back, and then they just give you new ones.
I like to fuck
But
with
it's
the
all the
classics.
leading brands. You get Aqua de Joe, all that shit. We just
Oh, shit.
I like to fuck with the classics. So CK1
Yeah.
was my
Yeah,
favorite for a while. But yeah, I'm not sure how we got on clones and stuff. We're wasting too
One
much.
last one. They had Tommy Hilfiger cologne back in the day. Was
Oh
good.
man, yo,
That's true.
the Bartolonis, my cousins, I was gonna say rest in peace to my grandmother, but my cousins though, they used to rock the shit out of Tommy Hilfiger clothes and cologne.
That's true. I remember the clothes.
I do too. I do.
Three boys.
They were
always decked out, Which respect. I mean,
Yeah.
whatever,
For sure.
For sure.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
big
Tommy.
thing.
Do what you gotta do.
All right. I think that's it as far as any music topics. Real fast before we move into basketball, because we're really just dragging our feet throughout this podcast right now. Toy Story 4 has been announced. I don't know about
Excited
you.
than a motherfucker.
You
Can
know
I
what
say
I'm
that?
I'm also excited because Key and Peele have a part in it too.
That's dope too.
They got 2 voices in it.
That's dope. I
Twist.
hope that this. Yo, I could watch Toy Story for the rest of my
Do you
life.
know what the premise is?
No, I hope that doesn't. I hope it's not sad.
All I know is if Tim Allen and Tom Hanks aren't doing
No, I'm
voices,
sure they.
I'm not gonna watch it.
They're gonna reunite.
They're
them,
both
right?
still alive. They gotta fucking
They're-
do it.
You can't have a Buzz Lightyear and a Woody without them.
This is gonna be the biggest fucking movie in.
They're gonna reunite them, right?
5, 10
They have
years.
to.
It's
Like
gotta
all of the toys.
be. It's gotta be. It's gotta be.
Like all, because remember you seen
Yeah.
the third one, right?
Yeah.
Spoiler alert, motherfuckers.
If you haven't seen it, in the
Anyway,
last
in
5
the
years.
third one, right, when he left and he grabbed Woody and
Buzz.
that was some sad shit.
It was.
I'm like, yo, you just can't hold the whole box. You ain't got a corner in the crib.
Who knew you could be so sad about toys?
But
Andy's bitch ass. I gotta go, guys. Fuck you, Andy. Take me with you, or just shut
If
up.
only you knew.
I left all of my toys with my parents though. When I moved out, so
Really?
I was just like seeing that. I was like, damn, like that's how it
It
is.
is a crazy feeling. It is because
Because
it's like
now
your
I got all
childhood.
these, basketball cards back and whatnot, which is kind of the same thing in essence, but yeah.
And no,
It's
it represents childhood. It represents an easier time, a time that you hold in high regard.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know. I'm excited for Toy Story 4. Does it say
Most
when it's coming out?
Most definitely.
I didn't see it.
I'm-
There's no year posted either.
I'm
It was-
excited.
It was
I
just.
thought I saw like 2020 or something like
I,
that.
I would imagine it'd be 2 years.
That's far.
Yeah, it's
No,
not gonna be-
I mean
There's a lot of good stuff coming out next
Oh,
year.
Bad Boys 4.
Yeah.
There's a lot of big
3?
movies.
No, 3.
3.
Yeah.
It
It's
just feels like it
3.
should have been 4
This is
already.
3. This is 3.
Bad Boys 3.
This is 3.
Yeah, because 2 felt like 2 movies already.
Yeah.
2 felt like literally 2 and 2A.
You're right.
Bad Boys 2 ended with them falling out of a pool into the ocean.
Yeah.
Right? So,
Yeah.
right.
So now this is the next one.
There's also supposed to be a Rush Hour 4, which I'm very excited about.
Oh,
yeah,
I can
but
go. I can go with
Chris
that.
Tucker wasn't down with that, though.
I heard that, and then I heard that they decided they landed on some agreement to make it.
Jackie Chan was kind of like, "Come on, dude. We're both fucking
Just
poor
that.
and no."
Just that. Come on.
Jackie Chan got money. He don't need no.
Chris
fucking money.
Tucker's
He's
like,
like, "Come on, Chris.
alright,
I know you're broke, Chris. I know you're broke."
What was the what was he
I
trying
know
to
you're not doing Friday.
What was Chris Tucker trying to eat the whole time he was there?
I forgot.
He was on an airplane asking for it.
I forgot.
I do not remember.
That's probably how you entice him. Like, he finally gets him. Alright, so looking forward to that. Some rather big things going on in the league. Number one, Jimmy Butler signed with 76ers.
Surprised
the day
the shit
after we
out of me.
recorded last week, of course, because
So I felt like you called that.
No, I didn't remember. I was saying it was either going to be. Did I say that the only other team would be Philly?
I thought you called
Because I thought I was calling that it would either be Miami or Houston based on what they were saying.
You did say that. I remember that.
I don't
thought
remember
you
if I-
called Philly, though, or someone.
I mean, I don't remember that.
you know what I don't remember?
But regardless of
No,
that,
it's-
it surprised
it was
me.
a long
It
time
did
ago.
surprise me that he went there.
That's not surprising.
And then they.
So surprising, yeah, good fit, though.
He's a good fit there. He really kind of fucked over
Oh,
Minnesota.
man, most
they got
definitely.
nothing in return.
Most definitely.
Yeah, they got Covington, whatever.
Why would they do that?
That's a Bulls move right there.
It is a bold.
Get you fucking pennies on a dollar.
Why would you just appease one player just to be like, okay, I'm gonna give you what you want?
They gave him pennies on the dollar for Jimmy.
Yeah, they didn't get a goddamn thing.
No. Like the people who you're looking at the young and like prospective players that by the time they get to the league, all the people who you have right now are basically gonna be out the door and not in shape to win a championship. You know?
For me, Jimmy is like I think we talked about it. Jimmy is a player that can't be your number one, and you can, and you expect to make it beyond a certain point in the playoffs. So you're not going to get to the finals. You may get to a conference finals, but Jimmy cannot lead you to the promised land by himself. Jimmy needs to be your second, probably your third option on your team in order for you to be able to do it. Which maybe being in Philly could be the thing, because Embiid is going to be the first option, second option. Ben Simmons more than likely, and then you could put Jimmy at your third option, and then from there,
well, at the very least, you have a well-rounded defensive side of the ball.
Yeah,
true. With him on there, because Jimmy's he's a good defender. That's one of his.
Philly has potential because now Jimmy could be that third, not the first, which may not sit well with him.
I think they had their first game tonight. This is
the second game then.
The first one at home, maybe.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the first one apparently didn't go that well.
Really?
Yeah.
They're gonna have to find their recipe too. I mean, that's how it is when you guys superstar.
Yeah, dude. You add somebody to a team that already's been playing, you're gonna have some sort of hiccups along the way.
Well, not just anybody, but a veteran at this point. Jimmy's been around for a good minute now.
I'm just wondering if he'll allow himself to be okay with not being that first option. You know, if he can do that, then that's fine. If he can't, then the Jimmy of the Bulls and Minnesota locker rooms can rear its head again.
Well, that's the thing. He's been fighting for that spot, the number one option spot, since he's been on the Bulls.
But he's not going to be
the number one option. Then in Minnesota, he had Cat.
You think he's number one in Philly?
No, for sure not. But I'm just saying, like, he's been fighting to have that number one, like, dominant role.
Agreed. And that's why it's like, what's going on
Cat and Wiggins were in Minnesota with him, and they were the established superstars. But when he got there, you know.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It'll be interesting to see how he fits into the system. But 76ers front office is really smart.
They did their thing in the last few years to really piece together a good team, man.
Yeah, for sure. So
they really did piece together a really good team in the last few years.
Oh yeah.
Trust the process.
We'll see what happens.
I'm starting to trust the process.
Yo, I guess you should trust the fucking process.
Hey.
They told you.
What do you guys think about Melo parting from the Rockets? I hear this is official now.
What's gotta happen?
He's not going to be with them.
Well, he's not with them. He's still technically on the team.
Yes, but they're trying to figure out where to move him.
Right.
Pretty much like how to move him in a mutual way. And I saw something saying like, oh well, him going to the West Coast was probably like the worst idea.
Yeah, I saw because I mean, if you think about it,
Golden State.
Huh? He should go to Golden State.
No, I don't think he should. But
no, because he can't. He's not gonna run.
He's not.
He don't want to run. You want to put him in?
He's like 7th, 8th man.
Put him on the Mavericks.
You want to put him on a team that where.
Well, so he's not gonna want to go there. He's not doing it.
Melo slows the offense down, right? Melo needs to set up.
Shit, put him on the Timberwolves.
I mean, it couldn't hurt.
East to run.
Couldn't hurt.
Give the East to run.
I was like, watch the Bulls are gonna sign him.
Yo, you just called
it. He would not come to Chicago.
Called it.
He would not. No, he ain't coming to Chicago.
Called it.
Hey, he was talking about coming here before too, just like every fucking other big star in the league.
No one here.
They use us as a bullshit fucking.
Dude, we're a fucking bargaining chip.
Gee, so you guys don't think that he's ring chasing? He just wants to move. I think he's ring chasing.
No, I think he's getting
to
the point.
To the Bulls because we're not doing anything.
I think he's getting to the point now where just getting on a team is going to be big for him.
I don't think so. On a team, a good team.
Yeah, but they're getting rid of him like 7 games into him playing.
Because he's not playing well.
But I mean,
that's on him.
That's on him. But at the same time, I mean, you gotta let him find his rhythm.
Where he lands next will let you know whether or not Melo will ever win a championship again.
Very true.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, because I think it's only gonna tear.
That's it. He's got maybe 2 seasons left,
And let's not forget
he does not have enough,
including this season.
He does not have enough time in his career, at least I feel, to go to a new team now or next season and rebuild and then win championships with that team.
Oh, absolutely not.
He does not have that time.
No, but
he
needs
got
to
4 or 5 years, 4 years at the very most.
He needs to find a comfortable position, a comfortable team, a comfortable situation for him, and get back in the groove because that's what he's missing last season.
He needs to get his fucking head back in the game and stop worrying about team situations and just worry about his game.
Yeah.
Because his game is just slacking, and you're not going to go anywhere or do anything if you're not playing right.
No, absolutely
At
not.
this point, though, does he care? You know what I mean?
Apparently, it seems like he does.
I'm not going to discredit the fact that Chris Paul and him are good friends, and that's
Now he's
partially why he went
he's
to
had
Houston.
some good games this season. He has
Yeah.
where he's played like he's old Carmelo. He's been hitting shots, team player, playing defense, this and that. He just falls out of it though.
Yeah,
And
I mean,
he's
he's old, man.
He almost
Older.
stays out of that group.
He's
though.
older,
Yeah,
so maybe
shooter.
he's gassed a little quicker.
And then people say
Shooter,
shoot. So it's just
He should be able to find his rhythm at some point.
But he knows that he can't do anything in Houston. So I feel like he's just trying to go somewhere else. Where
It's hard to catch a rhythm when you're not.
and that's not the way to go.
When you don't start,
That's not the way to go.
some players when they don't start can't catch a rhythm. You know what I mean? Some players can't catch a rhythm when they're not
Yeah,
playing.
he's not just
consistently.
starting.
I know. I'm saying maybe he's
Right.
not able to catch that rhythm because he's not playing a consistent
I agree.
amount of
He's
balls.
just on the bench. Right.
Shooters
Right.
shoot, and the reason why that's true is because you're spending 90% of the time in
Game
practice
times and
shooting, and it's
but it
muscle
doesn't
memory,
matter
and
what
that's why
happens
you're
in
supposed to be
practice. It
shooting,
matters the
shooting.
game time.
But if you're
Yes,
shooting,
but he's put it into play in game time for the last 8-9 years.
I get that, but when you go through a slump, right?
Which
a
he
slump
is.
a slump
Which
in
he is.
practice is different than a slump in game
Right.
time.
But a slump
So,
for 2 years
when you're
is
not
a
putting the
bigger
reps,
slump.
when you're not putting the reps up in the
that's-
game,
You're right.
when you're not putting the reps up in a game, right? You're not shooting through anything when you're just shooting in practice. You need to shoot through whatever mental thing is happening. And
He's tried that though. That's why he's been for 2 seasons.
But the
slumping.
issue is
in
right
OKC,
now,
he's still put up a lot of shots.
My argument right now is he's only played 7 games, and they haven't even given him enough playing time. Where I'm saying a Melo
I agree.
needs to be able to put up a 20 shot game
Trust me.
to try to work out the kinks of whatever's working out.
That was
in
my
his
point
mind.
earlier that Houston reacted a little too quickly and they're parting ways a little fast. I feel like he should have given him the first 20 games.
I feel like he should have never went to Houston.
But him and Chris Paul are boys, and it looks like.
Well, then you know
they have
what?
a good
You get what you
situation.
fucking asked for.
They have a
then.
good situation in Houston. They almost made it to the finals last year. So he was trying to be that piece that pushes them over. And yeah, of course, he was ring chasing to some degree. He knows the tail
Yo,
of his
look,
career.
you get what you asked for then. If you want to go play with your boy, and that's what happens,
But
you
it's
got
not
what
just
you
playing with his
fucking
boy.
asked for.
I mean, obviously, that's a good situation for him.
It is,
Especially if he can
only if it's a
contribute and
good
make him
situation.
better.
It's only a good situation if it's a good situation for both people. It only worked well for Melo. It wasn't working for the Rockets. They didn't need Melo.
For sure. I'm just saying, on paper,
What do they
it looks
need
like a
Melo
good
for?
idea, you know?
Yeah, but what they have all these roles filled already.
They do, but they still came up short, and the name of the game now is stack your super teams.
So you
And so
you add a piece
signing
that
Melo-
slows the offense down.
No, the idea wasn't that he was going to slow it down. Hopefully, he was going to add firepower to it.
But
And-
Melo slows the offense down
He did end up
inherently.
doing
Like that's his game. Melo
ended up
loves
doing-
ISO ball.
Yeah.
But he was a reliable scoring option.
He was looked upon and should have been that.
Yeah, for sure. Like, up until OKC,
Yeah.
he was a reliable scoring option pretty much all the time. I mean, he was slumping a little bit in New York, I think, before he moved over.
I feel like
Are you
Nuggets-
forgetting he was in OKC for a
Nuggets
year?
Knicks. He was very clutch.
Yeah. His like, tail end of the Knicks, like, last season, he was kind of having issues.
Exactly. Which is what we all know, and then that's where it started happening.
So I don't know what it is for him, but it's going to be interesting to see where he lands up and how it changes the landscape of the league.
I just really
feel
don't
like
wanna
being on
see
the
him trail
Knicks
out.
And being in the East, he maybe not knew, but felt like he was trapped, you know? And then going to the West, on Houston, I felt like being a sixth man was an insult to him. And, you know, he was on board with it, and I'm going to do it. And then halfway through, he's like, you know what, man? I'm not even about this. Like,
You gotta be realistic though. Be aware of who you
But-
are
but
at the time you are.
so you have like him.
You gotta
And
be
then-
aware of who
right.
you are, right? Like
Right.
Melo, you were this player. This was your capability before, but
Yeah,
you gotta be honest. Father
you're
time
also,
comes.
You're also not in the game, and maybe he doesn't have that type of mindset. You know, maybe he just sees red. Like I'm almost into my career. I'm messing up. I gotta fucking change. I gotta go somewhere else. This and that. He's just there.
Sometimes though, you can't.
It happens like.
Sometimes your physical isn't gonna allow you to do those things.
My point is yes, you're right in saying he is that person. You should rise above it, and people just can't do it sometimes.
No, that's what I meant. Like he should understand that Melo, you're not that Melo anymore. So now.
Right.
But it still has the. You're a little more mellow now,
right.
Melo.
It's just
like,
hard for people to just accept that sometimes.
Oh, agreed. But I think he needs to understand that. Okay, now I have to adjust my role.
Especially nowadays, think about social media. Like you got to read comments about yourself.
No, do you think he would go back to New York if KD's on?
We're not talking about if just KD's ESPN though.
That's something I had actually read before the podcast. Apparently, I forget the player's name, but the player that
talk about the locker room thing, Golden State.
Yeah. So no. KD before he left OKC told a specific player. I'm trying to remember his name. Where he was going, and he said it was gonna be Golden State.
Yeah.
He said he's talked to him recently, and apparently speculation, of course, Durant and Anthony Davis are gonna meet LeBron in LA.
Yo, that's fucking. You know what? I don't want to see that fucking happen at all.
I want to see it happen for Anthony Davis.
I don't.
Anthony Davis deserves a better.
I'd rather Anthony Davis win nothing than join something like that.
Anthony Davis deserves a better.
I just don't want to see him get it that way.
No, I prefer him not.
He had DeMarcus Cousins last season.
Exactly.
DeMarcus Cousins left. No, DeMarcus Cousins
they were supposed
left
to dominate.
DeMarcus Cousins left him.
You had
After
two
getting
more
injured,
dominant centers.
DeMarcus Cousins got injured and left him.
He did.
I'm saying they weren't as successful as they should have been with those two.
But that's not a player he needs. He needs better role players.
That was a player that they should have showed and proved and they didn't. So
it
just didn't happen.
And he got injured, he left, whatever that is. But I'm saying Anthony Davis, as the player he is, he should win a championship before it's all said and done.
That's
not
fine,
that he's.
But I'm not trying to see it happen like that. I don't care. I'd rather see him go the fuck out like Charles Barkley than go see him join fucking forces with LeBron and KD.
I don't think LeBron. I don't know. I don't.
Me neither.
I don't either. But he needs to get out of.
Here for that.
I want him out of. I want him off the Pelicans.
I'm not here for that.
I want him off the Pelicans. I would like to see him off the Pelicans.
That's fine.
I don't know what. I don't care. I'm not saying he goes there, but whatever where he goes.
Shit.
I'm just saying he should go somewhere.
And how would that happen though?
It's not gonna. You need to understand what. Firstly, I don't know what they're gonna get. Or I guess Anthony Davis just walks away from the Pelicans, which is dumb. If that's the case, you motherfuckers
should free agency.
Dude, I think if they're talking about that happening next year, it's probably within a year or two.
Yeah.
Because he's been there for a minute.
2 years.
And why wouldn't you trade him to get something back? Mm-hmm. You're gonna let him walk away, Anthony Davis. You're gonna let fucking the brow.
I don't think they're gonna be.
Which is the stupidest fucking moniker of all time.
Pelicans, they need somebody for losing him.
They would have got him. They should have traded him already.
I feel like they're not gonna be like, okay, you're gone. We're just gonna rebuild again.
A lot of teams do it. A lot of teams do it.
Franchise players barely.
LeBron walked away from Cleveland.
They're 5 years old.
LeBron walked away from Cleveland.
Franchise players barely exist. Steph Curry's like the only one that I can, and Dirk.
Steph Curry, Dirk Nowitzki, Tim Duncan until he retired, obviously.
Steph's having some. Is it his groin?
No, I thought it was knee.
I heard knee, and then I heard groin was what it was.
So the knee injury was first, and that's the only thing I heard about.
See, that's an issue I was talking about. I was like, when you have he had ankle injuries too. So when you have ankle injuries and then a knee problem, once the hip bone's connected to the, you know what I mean? Like they're all connected.
All of that. Yeah.
So
I'm gonna pull in, I'm gonna pull back and go for the three. All that shit factors in though.
Yeah, a lot of jerky movements.
If you're doing that 20 times a game and you have that many games in a season.
Yeah, I mean it takes its toll. Right. It does take its toll.
Right.
Still can shoot the lights out. So
Agreed.
But that's also what I thought about D Rose, and not to get into that whole conversation. It's just he was just too into his routine.
Yeah. See,
But
but
he's
if
like
you
that.
look at Derek's career with
No.
Steph,
his 50-point game was a lot of fucking runs to the hoop.
I know.
I love watching it though,
I do.
because he does it
But
now and
it's
more
a
of a
different-
control.
yeah,
no,
it's
no.
different now.
But that's just wear and tear.
It's not wild flailing like fucking.
No, he don't, like. I don't think like Derek doesn't. He had the chance to dunk it the other day, and he just kind of.
He did dunk it.
He just kind of put it. He just kind
That
of.
man is composed now, but back in the day, it was just wear.
Which is
and tear.
good.
It was better.
And it's funny, like when you look at him and Steph, right? Steph's first 4 years were injury plagued,
Yeah.
and then he came,
Yeah.
and then
He's killing it right
like
now.
the opposite for Derek.
He is the game right now.
Yeah.
You know, but I have a feeling it's this. I mean, I'd like to see Derek voted to the All-Star game this year.
Yeah.
Oh,
He's fourth in
Yeah.
guard points
Oh, yeah.
right now per
I-
game.
I
His
don't-
point differential is crazy.
I do not see him getting the votes though.
He's
For
been
just
efficient.
like popular votes. I don't see him getting that.
I think Derek is, well, I think
There's
his fans
There's
are
a comeback story people want
There
to hear. I
should be
think.
there should be an electoral college for
Not
the
fucking
All-Star
electoral
ballots.
colleges, though.
For the
You know?
All-Star, yeah, I guess, yeah, right. That shit, right.
Look what that shit ended up with us. Like, fuck that.
Yo, fans are shitheads though, man. So I don't know. Well, that's a
I think
topic for
that's a
another
comeback story a lot of people want to hear.
Yeah.
You know?
day. I
So
think so.
You're right.
Rose has been just like a model NBA player. You know?
Oh yeah, most
Yeah,
definitely.
Most definitely.
so-
So we'll see. I'm sure that conversation will come up come February. So
Yeah.
we'll talk about that.
So slightly more touch on the KD situation. Him and Draymond got in a fight.
Yeah.
And Draymond got suspended for a game.
Yeah,
Whatever. I
Deserved.
don't know specifically what
deserved.
the whole thing was there, but that's. You guys think that's prompting him to just get the fuck out of Golden State?
I think he was going before then.
There you go.
You think
Right
he doesn't care anymore now that he got
Right
rings and
Oh,
MVPs?
he don't give a fuck. He already said it. He's like,
Which-
you know, now I'm
Do you
going. Now he's
think
saying I'm
that
going where the
they're gonna
money's
switch
at.
out Melo for Draymond?
No,
No, they're not gonna
The
give him
trade?
Draymond. I don't think.
Draymond's staying. They know.
Should.
Draymond's staying because KD already. You already know KD's feelings. He's like, I have championships. I'm looking for the money now. Draymond is loyal to the team.
Draymond's
he said
like the
something
Joakim
he
Noah
was
of the
in the locker room. He said something like, "You a bitch. You know you a bitch."
So right.
He's like, go
He
ahead,
said-
leave. We don't need you. We want
Yeah,
before
we
you.
won before you leave.
Not to call him out and shout out to Steven Jackson, but he said he got into so many tiffs with people that he's so close to now, back when he was playing, but he never let the B word slip out because that just shows ultimate disrespect.
Super disrespect.
Because you're calling them
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
And you're saying almost like you're nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So shout out to Steven Jackson for that.
Oh, I fuck with Steven Jackson.
Because he had huge tips with close people. He
Yeah.
was with.
Oh yeah, he was a hothead, but
now till this day, he's still close with those people because he knew what he did, recognized it on the court, and said, "I'm not going to do this. We'll talk later." And then they had the little rap.
you gotta be
I
aware.
mean, yeah, that's like locker room talk.
Mhm.
But he was like giving more insight to that though. He's just like, you got to just separate yourself from that, man. Like
Yeah.
that's on the court. You're emotional. Let that shit go. Talk to him later when you're having a drink or some shit or having dinner.
Right.
Be like, yo, let's just squash it. You know.
Yeah.
So-
Especially when your teammates are gonna handle that shit in a different manner.
But
than,
if
like-
Draymond's gonna be on live TV and you saw him call him a bitch, or well, excuse me, Draymond called him a bitch in the locker room, but when you saw him on live TV calling, Kevin Durant wanted to talk to Draymond Green, and Draymond Green called Kevin Durant out face to face.
Yeah.
Just told him like leave him alone and walked away.
Yeah.
You don't do that. You're on live TV first.
And I agree.
And
you keep it in the locker room.
And both those cats are personalities. People know you.
You keep it in the locker room, 100%.
Yeah.
Honestly, KD was leaving regardless. This just helps his case. Draymond's
It
gonna be
does.
there
It
next
really does.
year.
It really does. He could do whatever he wants to.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh yeah. Draymond
Yeah.
will be there next year. Warriors will probably end up winning this year. And
Right.
yeah, that's
And he's
what we're
arguably gonna get.
I feel like that is still a definite. That's like a 60-70% possibility.
That's really
KD
what
is
it is.
gonna
right
arguably
now.
end up with another MVP award.
I hear you. That too. You're right.
He's in the prime, man.
You're
Like,
right.
that's it. He's in prime
And
shape.
he's you can
Crazy
see
strides.
it.
I love also. I want to comment, and this is not to deride Golden State too much, but I love how Klay Thompson is being very very casual in his role.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He is never, and and I feel like he was just a tad bit of a hothead the last 2 seasons, maybe. But just in like,
he's just kind of
he like spoke his mind a little too much in post.
He was a little bit cocky.
Yeah.
I feel like his demeanor on the court as well as off the court in interviews, he's just cool.
It's changed.
He is very cool, and he's very fucking clutch right now, though.
Mm-hmm. Dude, he's got a great shot.
You can give that man the rock, he's just killing it.
He's got a great
it's
jumper.
like 70-80% right now.
He's got a great jumper.
Yeah.
You know, shout out to the OG Iguodala on that thing because
very
that
true.
still hooping.
Man, that is the greatest addition I feel, man. Yeah.
Well, they already said like when he was out last season, it's like it's something that throws him off. You know, like he's
you need him. He's a constant.
I have always been a big fan of him since he's been on Philly with Iverson.
That boy's a dog.
Iverson used to feed him that shit. Oh man, I used to love Iguodala's dunks, man.
And similarly, Vince Carter shot him as well. My man is a beast.
He's still killing that shit.
Yeah.
I watched a few games here and there though when I can watch them, and man,
I saw some little clip that was
Vince
like
kills that shit, though.
There was like 10 or 15 dunks from his college career.
Yeah.
And they were like, he's the best college dunker, and this motherfucker just shitting on people.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this fucking guy is still fucking hooping the same way.
Yeah. It is.
He's like 42.
He's just yuking on young cats right now.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
But let's wrap this shit up a little bit because
let us wrap.
You know, we hit what we need to, and I'm fucking tired. It's been a long week.
Hell yeah.
Good 20th episode though.
Yeah, dude. Hey, happy 20th episode.
Not to break off of too much of tradition and continuity, but I want to thank you guys. 20 episodes is a big deal for me. 25 is a big mark because that's a quarter way through 100. But we're at 20 right now. We're at a good pace. We got subscribers
5 months
behind us.
Yeah, 5 months.
Crazy how quick this shit went.
I think we should just take a minute to just soak that in.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Thank y'all for being here with us, man.
Yeah.
Thank you guys.
I was thinking about it today. 20 is a good. 20's good, man. 20's nice.
Yeah. And also, I know,
but it's just getting started. Just getting started.
I know we made some promises to have things done a little bit more than we would like to right now, audio wise and whatnot. But we're working on it. It's not a vain effort. So we'll have that shit out.
Yes,
we'll be set up.
Bear with us, stick with us. The content will continue to be what it is, and hopefully even get better. So,
in the name of tradition, on the 20th episode, what do you have on your feet?
Just got a pair of these little pennies right here.
Pennies,
right?
I'm a fan of pennies. I've always been. Yeah.
They're bulky like a big '90s shoe used to be.
So
I fuck with them, man. They're comfortable shoes. They've only been worn a couple times, but yes, this here is the pennies.
The pennies. Okay. These are
what you got?
Jordan 17s, Gym Red Bulls editions.
Those are quite crispy.
They are. Crispy. Hey man, look, Nike outlet store. Come up. These things are originally like $225. I spent like $120 on it.
I hear you.
Sometimes you gotta, man. Sometimes when you see that come up, you gotta grab it.
Definitely,
yeah.
Man.
Hell yeah.
I really like the copper ones that they have.
Yeah, those are nice.
I was like, fuck it, these are
just as nice.
Yeah. So the black leather is copper?
No, so where everything that's red is copper.
Gotcha. Right.
But yeah, really nice.
Because I was like, if the whole shoe's copper, that's crazy. You gotta cop that for that price.
Yeah.
She got some wingtips on?
Yeah.
You got your dress shoes?
My Cole Haan.
Your formal shoes?
Just like, a few weeks ago, or last week actually. But yeah, Cole Haan, brown leather, light brown.
Cole Haan.
Coolio.
My Penguin aquamarine pants. Yeah.
Word.
Yeah.
For sure. Well, alright. It's been a good 20th episode.
Yeah. Episode 20.
Yeah, so if you haven't already, like, subscribe, comment, share, tell your people. We'll tell our people that we can all be people.
Tell your friends to get with our friends.
That's right.
We do this every weekend.
Every weekend.
Every weekend.
Because it's a Friday.
Every Friday.
Yeah.
All right, we getting the fuck out of here.
So make sure to follow us all on Instagram at O_Kawash, at Beats and Brews 312, and at AA Kawash. You can find us there.
At Kiona and Kasson podcast as well.
There we go.
At Kiona and Kasson podcast. because that's what you're watching right now.
That's right.
So just type that in anywhere and you can find us.
That's it. And that's all.
But thank you all very much for tuning in. Tell your friends because we're trying to just boost that number up. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
But we'll holler at y'all next week, man.
Later, y'all.
Later.